All right. What happened?
I was realizing I was going to say Happy National Superhero Day, and I realized this is the day after National Superhero Day. So
Yeah. Well, isn't it
it's Sunday.
it's Villain Day, isn't it? Or was yesterday Villain Day?
I think today's National Superhero Day. This might be Villain Day.
Yeah, I thought today might be Villain Day or something like that. But yeah, what's up? What's up, everyone? We're waiting on Brandman, but I'm saying Kramer, Brian the Grizzly.
What's up, guys?
It's one of those days, man. We're late. You're moving. I'm running late. So, yep. This is your third background of the year.
I know. And it's funny because all my other stuff, my first pod comes in tomorrow.
Nice.
So it's a good chance on Thursday it's gonna be another different background. It'll be halfway done, and I have so much stuff.
Yeah.
But what I wanted to do, I bought this mystery box, right? At C2E2, and I was going to see what this actually Funko Pop really was right now. So,
oh, you're cracking it open in front of everybody.
Let's see what this thing is.
All right, yeah. So there was like a couple options. He could have went with 4, I guess, not as valuable ones, but you get 4, or you get 2 surprise ones, but I guess they're at a little bit better. Same price though, same price. Yeah. But yeah, you get 2. So I figured, yeah, that's good. I didn't even think about that about cracking them open. Why he does that?
Oh, yeah, I might as well.
Yeah, why he does that? So we're at C2E2, so we'll show off some goodies. I'll show off some pictures.
Oh, there's only 1 in here. Stupid.
Oh, really? I thought there was 2.
Me too.
What you got?
Classic Sonic.
Okay, that's cool.
I like Classic Sonic. I'm okay with that. And Candy and a scratch off. Okay.
Candy and a scratch off.
I'm okay with Candy and scratch off. That reminds me of my grandmama. Let's go to this corner store and get some candy and a scratch off. Speaking of all that, also want to show we got to do an interview. What he's got some Concrete Comics, and they actually had giving us a poster from Acolyte. I thought that was really cool. So the comic book is Acolyte. It's a black superhero guy from Philly. He created it. He's been, he was there. It was awesome because I've been reading the comic book for 6 months or something like that. I saw it on Black Comic Lords, and I ended up seeing him there. And I was like, "What? This is nuts!" So he's trying to tell me about his thing. I'm like, "Dude, you ain't gotta tell me nothing. I got the other 4 right here." So I'm probably your biggest fan here. So I thought that was really, really cool. C2E2 was just so cool. So much fun stuff.
It was a good year. Brandman bought a bunch of goodies, a bunch of artwork, because usually it was either me or you. There you go.
Tane got me this. I got Baby. So this is what I really need. Yeah.
Now you got a whole Supernatural shelf
to go with all my Supernatural stuff. Oh.
Well, we're gonna show off some of the stuff. Real quick, who we got in here? We got what's up, Brandon Davis, Mama Bear, of course. Thank you so much. Derpy, yo, what's up, Derpy?
What up, Derp?
And viewer Drew, congrats at hitting 1,000.
1,000, right? Yes,
awesome, man. Yeah, that is super awesome. Congrats, Drew, with that. Well deserved. And then
I got a lot of art. This is me. I got a lot of art. This is actually Brandon's.
Oh yeah, that's right. He left it in the car. Yeah, that one's super cool.
And I was going to drop it off to him, and then today's the funeral for the cop. So the expressway was nuts, and it shut down most of the time. So I said, all right. Yeah. And then to go on my Supernatural stuff.
That is an awesome picture, though. That's a good one.
And I got a lot more stuff. Storm. This is a metallic Deadpool.
That's a good one. Congrats, Drew. Brandon said, "Thanks for the video of Miss Minutes." Yes,
Yeah.
I'm a fan.
I was-
About Tara Strong. I forgot she was Miss Minutes.
Yeah, I'm
That
gonna have a
was wait,
supernatural cave.
yeah. Yeah.
But no, I think this is probably the one I like the most.
Oh
The
yeah.
Logan.
I forgot you had that one.
Yeah,
That was a good one.
that was good.
That one's a good one.
So, spent a lot of money. I was doing the numbers, and I was like,
I got because they had a pretty crappy internet while we were there. Like the whole place, like the Wi-Fi sucked the internet. No one was getting a signal. So a lot of the card stuff, like if you were paying by card, it was through the phone, just with a card reader. So a lot of times people were having issues paying for stuff. So yeah,
I had cash most of the time, so I was like, whatever, throw it on there. Who cares? We'll figure it out. But when I was talking about the guys from Acolyte, this is its fifth comic.
Mhm.
The first four are also the first one is amazing. He also came out. He has another one he just started, Zuriel, and this Concrete Comics right here. So you guys want to support someone who's creating their own content, really cool. Definitely support Concrete Comics. Let's go out there and check it out. If you got any questions, ask me. I'll tell you all about it.
He actually said he signs off on you cosplaying as Acolyte.
That's because
so he's like, you gotta do that.
The character is like literally like 6'5", 250 pounds. I was like, oh, me. I was looking at some of the pictures. I thought that was hilarious though, because I didn't realize how big I did look compared to Brandon.
Oh
Because
yeah,
you're a full 6 feet tall.
yeah.
Tank is not short at all. Don't get it wrong.
Not unless I'm next to you and Marvin, man. Then
And it's funny because Brandon's not short. He's just not really, really tall. He's not.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
although one of the guys at one of the stands was saying next year Bishop and Wolverine, and I'm like, oh my god, he will be a perfect Wolverine. Perfect Wolverine, man. Would. Give him the spandex, some claws, throw a cigar in his mouth. Like, that'd be great.
My Bishop finally came in today.
little late. A little late. Let me see.
I was like, oh.
Bring up some pictures real quick.
This is my Bishop.
Come on here.
Nowhere. Wait. I do want to show one thing that I got. I thought that was really cool. The Dueling Dragons. I thought that was awesome. Zuko and Aang, Dueling Dragons. And this is wood, and they burnt it in. So, it's not a print or anything like that. So I thought that was really cool. I might not even put it on the shelf. I might just show it to myself so I can just see it. So that was fun. That was and of course, I got a lot more comics. So, what up, Zach? And I got my favorite hero of the world. Not superhero. Hero.
Oh, you got that one?
Yeah. I went back. I was like, let me get that, man.
That's a good one. I saw that one. That's on my Amazon wish list. I do want that one. Like that style of Batman. All right, hopefully, trying to share some pictures, but I gotta let my I don't know why my computer just craps out so much when I go to share stuff. But we got some. So that actually right there, that's Brandon.
That's Brandon right there.
in full suit. That's cool.
And he could actually like breathe in it. So that I thought that was cool.
Oh, that one. Oh, really? It's gonna do that. Yeah. Yeah. The only bad thing is like the only thing he had an issue with was the hands are part of the costume. So like he couldn't eat, without getting the costume dirty. And I'm like, oh, that sucks, man. That sucks. So
Like he had to take the whole thing off in order to eat.
yeah. Come on. Let me see if I can. It's gonna pop up one at a time, really. The one.
So
So this is the one with
that's
I think I
Alonzo.
didn't get his name, but he's the guy who created
That's Alonzo.
Acolyte and Alonzo. There you go. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. So I figured it was Brandon in a different picture. I recognize those aren't from anywhere. I hope you fellas had a good time
Oh,
with the
man.
con. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun.
It was.
Oh wait, we got Kyle in the house. What's up, Kyle?
Kyle, what's up?
Oh, you got I know he's a Supernatural fan, so you guys should probably show that that stuff again.
I told you we could do Supernatural off. I'm ready. Whenever.
Yeah. Supernatural off. Let me hide that. Yeah. That's a good one.
I'm gonna enjoy that.
Yeah, I gotta get a frame, and then you hang their like FBI badges on the side of the frame. I think that'd be cool. That'd be cool.
Oh man,
that'd be super cool.
But
so
Alonzo was cool.
So there was cool. It was yeah,
that was
good. He was super cool. This one was super impressive. Yeah, I don't know why it looks a little fuzzy. So the transponder snail, he made that. I thought that was super awesome. Like he 3D printed it, painted it, and everything. It looked like it belonged on TV. Like it was so well done. He said he was working on getting it to actually make some sound, but yeah,
like that would be great.
Was it Kobe? Kobe. On the side, but yeah, that was good. That was a good one. We got a few other ones. I'll show that.
I do have to say, Kylo said,
there's a
someone
one.
say Supernatural.
So brought him in. What?
I don't know. You can see it. I got a mini baby. Tank got that for me. So
that's a good one. Micro machine, not micro machine, just regular Hot Wheel size.
No one puts baby in the corner. Nobody.
Yeah.
I say I have to frame it. Dude, I got so much original art that I have to frame that when you guys look, like I'm gonna have so much stuff that from this. It was so cool. Said fire. Send it to first class and pack it while I'm waiting. The only person I owe something is to Danny. Danny, next time Danny's in here and he asks for something,
well, he wasn't.
I got something for you. He
the guy who voices the Riddler was in I can't think of his name.
Wasn't there?
John something. Yeah, he wasn't there though this year, so that kind of sucked. So yeah, next time we see him, we gotta get that for him.
Apparently, more people were in Indianapolis, so like even the root beer people weren't even there. They're in Indianapolis too.
Yeah.
So like Indianapolis Con was bigger than this one because of that.
Yeah, that sucked.
Yeah.
What's that?
So the sentence, Tank got me a little baby. It's crazy.
That was funny. Oh, here, this is the one I wanted to pop up. Yeah. So Johnny Parker,
right here.
Johnny Parker.
I was waiting.
Second. So we wind up buying. You got both of those. Yeah. It's. Did you read Black Man's Guide to Getting Pulled Over? Have you read that one yet or no?
No, I was actually because you're so raving about this. I've been reading this. Oh my
Yeah.
god,
Yeah.
it is
Yeah.
hilarious. It
It's
is
called Black Fist and
nuts.
Brown Hand. And yeah, I have it upstairs. I didn't bring. There's some things. It's he even like said like what the premise of it was it's basically like just racism and stereotypes to the max. So it's so offensive and stereotypical that it kind of like, yeah, this is what it is. It's so stupid, like you're being stupid, kind of thing. Yeah, what was his name? Jack McDonald or whatever.
Yeah,
Oh man.
and then
Yeah.
it was a
Oh yeah, and that was like,
great.
so he had like a whole Popeye thing. Yeah. But like so it was a brown man, brown hand was a Mexican man, and his power came from like eating a taco. And then Black Fist, was like a mix of like Shaft and Luke Cage and other just kind of things. And he got his power from eating a can of collard greens. Like it was so much,
Which is
man.
just so funny.
It was so much, but it is super funny, man. I super
It
recommend
is.
like going and checking it out. It is very, very funny. It was very funny. Yeah.
Kal-El, he said,
Yeah.
Black Fist and Brown Hand, hashtag cancel time.
Oh man.
So
Even
that's
though
good.
oh
This is, as I said, this is the black man's guide to getting pulled over. It's just basically
mm,
very satirical, explores all the issues of police harassment and effort to find solutions to the problem instead of, talking about the problem all the time, you know?
mm,
And I don't know, it's interesting. I've only flipped through the pages, and I saw that when he got pulled over, it was like Wheel of Fortune. Said, let's see what we have here now. And you spin the wheel, it's like, get a ticket, get shot in the face. Like it was crazy. I think actually it's here.
yeah. 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 I mean, it's like when you think about it, he was it's brave to write. It is, but it's like when you go that it's almost like it reminded me of like Black Klansman a little bit, or
Hmm.
even what's the other Spike Lee one where he did with um I'm having such a brain fart with Wayne brother back in like the 90s
Keenan Ivory's Low
with
Down
the with
Dirty
the with
Shame.
the whole no.
That's only black exploitation I could think of was Spike Lee, with Keenan Ivory Wayans.
No,
Or
it's one of the other brothers.
Marlon? Was the one
Not
with
Denzel
Marlon?
Washington. Yeah, yeah. Oh,
Like a
Bamboozled.
Bamboozled. Oh,
Bamboozled.
Bamboozled. Fuck.
Yeah, yeah. And that's what kind of reminded me is like, look how over the top and offensive it is, and you're laughing at it, and he's like, yeah, like there's a whole part, where it's super funny in the context of the book, where the Black Fist gets he's in a fight with the villain who's like this white suburban guy, and he
Right.
goes, "Oh, he goes, I put
Oh my
5% on the
god,
house
yes.
next to you," and he goes, "No, my property tax, or my property
He said,
value," and it's
he
funny,
said, I
but
will
it's
put
like,
5% down I'm gonna put 5% down on the home right next to you. He's like,
yeah,
no, my property
yeah,
value. It was
and
so
it's super funny, like in the context, but like that's what people say in real life sometimes, or a
Mhm.
lot, especially back in the day. You know what I mean? So it's funny, but it's also true, and that's I think it kind of makes you like look at it and laugh at like this like over the top stuff. So it's like yeah, that's how you sound. You're stupid. Laugh at it's like that. So I think if you take it to the extreme to that level, where you're just like, oh shit, it is various stereotypes, and you should like it's at the end of the day, it's like you shouldn't look at people just at their skin color, because like then it's all stereotypes. I don't know. It was good. It was super funny too. So
It's the satirical way that some movies try
yeah,
to be, the Magical Negro movie,
yeah,
they want to be satirical, but
mm,
they don't take it to the nth degree, so you know how stupid it really looks because it sounds like people will watch it and you get that American fiction feel. where people are like,
Yeah.
oh yes, I love it, because you didn't take it there. And I think this is a better way of showing how stupid you are to be even thinking these thoughts. It doesn't make sense when you are doing it, and
Yeah.
you're saying, okay, yeah, that doesn't make any sense. And I think that was important for him to do those things.
Yeah. 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 People read titles and highlight not full articles. This is how we get East versus West. Yep. Yeah.
Mm.
It's that funny how comedy used to be partly why Richard Pryor is king, because he told real stories in a funny way. Yeah. And I think he said he's doing a couple more stories with, I don't know if he
Yeah.
said with Blackfish Brown Man, but something else. I know he said he's gonna do something with like George Carlin.
George
And
Carlin
like
type
there's
of,
a George
yeah.
Carlin joke, I think he said, that he was gonna turn into like a comic book story. But yeah, definitely check it out, man. It's Johnny Parker. I think I have his info here somewhere. I did not expect it to be like that much fun.
There it is. Yeah.
It just makes fun of everybody, which is always like funny, and it just like it was just a lot. But yeah, check him out. He was pretty good, like really good. So
It reminded me of
yeah,
season 2
yeah.
of
But like I said, when
Chappelle
you're able
Show.
to like, and like I said, it reminded me of a lot of like Black Klansmen. So yeah,
Season
yeah.
2 of Chappelle Show,
So
where it was
yeah,
that way.
yeah, it was.
That's kind of what he was doing. It was very, very smart, intelligent, but you understood where he was coming from.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So here, I got this artwork, but it is I don't have it with me right now at the moment. It's upstairs. Um,
That's really good.
and I got so we bought a bunch of stuff from this guy, who did a lot of Disney stuff. You got that one. Yep, got that. So they got some stickers, some like Chicago stickers. Bozo, RC Cola, Malort, and Old Style, Chicago Bomb. So, but yeah. I think I got some of my artwork that I wind up getting. Got a cool Judge Dredd.
Yeah, I
I
enjoyed that
love,
one.
and from the same artist, Vader. I know Brian, you and Brandon bought some like Batman stuff from him that looks also super cool.
Yep.
If you're a
I
One Piece
bought a
fan,
lot of art.
met the voice of Kaido. Yeah.
You know what you gotta show.
I didn't
You know what
the
you gotta
one.
show.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I'm gonna show that one last, but I bought this one. This is original art, actual, not a print or anything. But I'm
Mhm.
loving it. So 300. I don't have a lot of 300 stuff. So, but you got the same thing though.
Yep.
This was the coolest.
Yes.
So
By
we
far.
got Bob Camp. Yeah, a signature from Bob Camp, the co-creator of Ren and Stimpy. We sat and chit-chatted with him for a little bit, telling us stories, and was like, oh, I told him like, oh, I like that episode, and he was talking about it, and he gave us like a little nugget at the end. He goes, oh yeah, the whole thing at the end is all Jeffrey Dahmer.
All
And
Dahmer.
it was like
Yeah, it
all
was
of our
all Dahmer.
minds at the same time was just, what? We're just like, because you don't think about it, but then he said it, and I was just like, holy crap. Like,
That makes
that's
perfect sense,
insane,
but
but
wow. How the hell did you get
yeah,
doing
yeah,
that?
yeah. On a kids show, yeah, yeah. But yeah, the Bob Camp thing was pretty cool, because I think we saw him. I'm like, I gotta get autograph from him, because
Yeah.
he's just our childhood,
Epic.
So
Yeah.
yeah. So bunch of cool stuff, on our Instagram. If you go check us out on Instagram, there's like some highlights with like Tara Strong. She was doing her Powerpuff Girl voice to the other
Oh my
Powerpuff
God.
Girl. And we just caught that randomly, which was super cool. And Tara Strong is definitely one of my favorite like voice actors.
That was really cool because it's just impromptu. And then the dude who dressed up like Prince, and then the DJ saw him and started playing Purple Rain.
Yeah.
That was
And then a bunch of people came and just started recording. It was just like just a perfect storm of everything. Yeah.
It was fun.
So we're in a time where people are trying to cancel Black Panther because they said Marvel shouldn't make Panther
Panther
Party movie.
Party movie. What? Oh, that's stupid.
Yeah. Honestly, that's like the only thing I haven't heard. I heard like a bunch of other stuff. I know Brian, you heard a bunch of stuff too about like Black Panther and this and that, but that's the only one.
Uh, just
But
wait
I wouldn't
now.
be surprised. Yeah. And we got Travis. What's up, Travis? Said,
Travis.
how's it going? Earliest exposure to Richard Pryor I had is Eddie Murphy's impression of him and stand up. Yeah, Richard Pryor is
I love Richard Pryor,
legend.
but to me, I know even Eddie won't agree with me. I love Eddie more. Delirious and Raw, like for me, were just the greatest stand-ups ever.
Yeah.
It was so
Yeah.
smart and the storytelling was so cool. And I just feel like he was on the top of his game to a point where he could sing a song and go platinum, like, go gold. I mean,
Yeah, I forgot. Like I was watching something like before Chappelle's show talked about all that stuff. Like Matt TV did it. You know, Ari
yep.
Spears and I forgot who played not what the hell is his name?
Rick James.
Rick James. You know, and then talking about the songs and all that. Like, I was like, oh, I forgot about that. But everyone always talks about the Chappelle show one because it's just so epic.
Because Charlie Murphy was there.
Charlie Murphy. Yeah. I think actually having Charlie Murphy was such a big thing, you know.
And then telling the story, Charlie Murphy just sitting there telling the story is hilarious. Oh my god.
Yeah. First Richard Pryor movie was Superman 3.
Was it Hear No Evil, See No Evil?
Yeah, with what was his name? Willy Wonka.
Well, from Willy Wonka.
I'm trying to blank out his name.
Starts
Not Glenn.
Oh my god, I am.
Yeah. Richard Pryor, right? Raw, or was that Paul Mooney? Y'all better get some Pryor albums. You better get some Pryor albums. I don't remember.
Gene Wilder. Oh my
Gene Wilder.
god. What the hell's wrong?
Yeah. I mean, Gene Wilder and Pryor, they did a few things together, and
yep, and they were really good together too. Paul Mooney is a legend in himself, but Paul Mooney is so militant and so left, like for a lot of stuff, and then it's hard to tell his jokes. Sometimes it's too far.
Yeah,
but Paul Mooney is hilarious, but he's too far sometimes. But that's what comedy used to be. Comedy was supposed to go too far, you know, push all the edge to the edge of everything. That was the point.
Yeah. I mean, speaking of like pushing things far, talking about Gene Wilder, Blazing Saddles. You know, I remember you know, that's a thing that definitely pushes the limit of racism and funny and like what's right and wrong and you know it's done really well. Yeah. You know that clip of where Gene Wilder pulls out was what Little, what's his name? Cleavon Little.
Yeah,
you know, and he's like, he goes, "Where the white women at?" Like people still use that, man. I see that on Instagram, you know, pretty often, on TikTok pretty often. So
that hits hard.
Yeah, that's
good.
Harlem Nights. The toy. The toy that's problematic.
That would not not get made now. Would not get made.
Yeah, there's a bunch of prior movies. Yeah, the toy was just like, I'm like, so you want a slave? I was like, that's basically what it is.
That's exactly what it was. And
yeah, I was a rich little kid wants a black man. Like, it's weird and messed up. But I mean, obviously that was like kind of the underlining kind of thing about it all, you know. But
yeah, that's what bothered me when it came out. Yeah,
can't stand it. I haven't seen that one in a long, long time. I wonder, watching it now, if that would, like, how I would pick up on different things now. I think the last time I watched it was maybe like sometime after high school. So you're talking about like 2005-ish. That's the last time I watched it. So like almost 20 years ago. You know,
I had a class in
maybe
college. I had a class in college just talking about that stuff. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
this stuff that you cannot do now. They just love talking about it and how bad it could be if people don't understand your context or understand
Mhm.
your point of view, or if you don't explain it, just people take it and run with it like this is exactly what you mean instead of being satirical. You
Mhm.
really have to really tell everybody how satirical things really are.
Yeah. 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 It's sad to think that a film like Blazing Saddles could it be made today? I think it could. I think it could, but a lot of big big studios wouldn't want to touch it because I don't think they would understand how to market it. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? You know, and you have to market stuff like that as very satirical, over the top, kind of like they know what they're doing. Same like perfect example, Black Klansman, great movie. It knew what it was doing and knew what it was talking about. Racism was the main part of that movie. Bring Brand Man. What's
What
up,
up,
Brand?
B?
Oh, what's going on, guys?
Talking about C2E2 and then somehow it got into. Well, we were talking about like that book.
Everything. We took some
Yeah.
pictures. Show us some pictures of you and your Spider-Man costume. That was good.
Mhm.
Um,
Oh, the
Xavier
black versus
asked,
brown thing.
he said, it's sad that films like Blazing Saddle couldn't be made today. I think it could be, and like Tank was saying, and a perfect example would be, the Wayans brothers can do anything. Keenan Ivory
Mm,
Wayans can definitely make a movie like that today, and no one will say anything because it's Keenan Ivory Wayans. I mean,
Mhm.
those are the things that happened in the '90s all the time. Robert Townsend, they made
mm,
things like that all the time, so you could do it. I don't know if people want it to be about race,
yeah.
and I think that's what it's a touchy thing because people don't want to talk about race and they want to talk about everything else. You know, it's okay to talk about stuff. I mean, that's why I think things are more open when you're able to talk about it. And I think the
Mhm.
problem is when you're trying to pretend like it doesn't exist or it's not a problem.
Hmm.
That's always where the issue is. So being
Yeah.
able to talk about it is essential.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, then you get a lot of someone like Chill, who's like, hey, can we not get another black movie about slaves, or a movie about like racism or this that, like just tell a story, and it just happens to be, the main character is a black person. It's not about him being black or anything like that.
Mhm.
So, and I think that's the kind of the issue with something like Blazing Saddles is they're gonna lean so far into it where you're just like, we've seen stuff like that before, what I mean? But when every movie with a black actor is 12 years a slave, you tend to be like, okay, can we do something else? You know what I mean?
And, I mean, the
Mhm.
reason why you do that is because to create this idea that the culture of black people is all about slavery, instead of realizing that just like you've been around for tens of thousands, 10,000 years, we've been around, and the culture goes further than that. Further than what you're looking at face value. You know,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and I think everyone's culture should be that way. And it should be respected.
Mhm.
Like if you're Italian, you have a culture that goes back, you know thousands of years, right? And you go there and you can see things, and you can see things in Rome, and you can understand how great things are. And a lot of things in for black people have been stripped and taken away. So the idea is that when you only think about slavery, you think that someone's less than, not realizing that
Mhm.
they were great in other things too. Like empires were built, and were there.
Mhm.
So and it also makes you think more of yourself. When you only think about slavery, you always think less than yourself. Like you've always been pulling yourself up. No, you've been great. So it's okay to be great, and it's okay to talk about it.
Mhm.
Your culture is more than what you remember in the last 60 years.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
6,000
It's
years. It's hundreds of years. It's all those things.
yeah. Yeah, and it's exactly what you said, man. And if it's present day with black folks, it's always them like in the hood or the friggin' projects, and just just very seldom. It's not. as much of a commonality as it should be for them to be well off or in an affluent neighborhood or that sort of thing. It's always playing into some type of unfortunate, kind of stereotype. That's the problem I had with the Good Times
Good times.
continuation. Even though,
Yeah.
the original series, and I was actually arguing with a friend of mine about this because he was saying that the original played into a lot of stereotypes and that sort of thing too. And that's why you shouldn't get offended over the new one. But there was a pretty positive underlying message to the original, as much as I joke about it.
Mhm.
And that based on what I've seen, I haven't watched any of the new one, but based on what I've been hearing about the new one, it's like 10 steps backward, even more so than the original. If you really wanted to do something, there was something different to be had. The original kind of ended with the original ended on a positive note, and it hinted at generational wealth.
Mhm.
Why would you revert from? You could have had like the new generation of the Evans family.
Alonzo.
What's up, Hanzo? You know, in an affluent neighborhood, play into the whole generational wealth element that the original hinted at. You could have had them in an affluent neighborhood and living that lifestyle, that
That would
sort
have
of thing.
been way more interesting that you had this like black family who's been out of the projects for a few, it's like the third generation now, just say it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, exactly.
now you run into the problem of like, oh well, you're not black enough because Bel Air gets into that
Bel
kind of
Air.
stuff.
Exactly.
Mhm.
But that becomes another problem because like a lot of black kids who like like rock music, or maybe not like hip hop as much, or are super nerdy, are into other things. You get said that a lot about, it's like, oh well,
Mhm.
you're not real black, what I mean? And now
Yeah.
that could be
Mhm.
another problem, and I feel like that could like still like who you are versus where you are, and that's how the original was. It was who
Mhm.
you are, where
Exactly.
you are. Didn't
It's
tell you who you
no,
should be. You know what I mean?
you're exactly, but
Yeah.
I don't think it was a negative thing that the original JJ,
No.
remember, was a unbelievable genius of an artist.
Yeah.
Was going to be a doctor. We talk about doctors and surgeons and artists and all these things. All these kids were going to be these great things.
Mhm.
So no, like no matter where you started, this is what they're going, because you had a mother and father that was together doing these things,
Mhm.
providing a foundation, and they were all going to be these great things because of what the mother and father got through, no matter where you were. And you have to remember, in the time of Good Times, look, it's only 15 years since you were able to vote.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. Yeah. That's
like
crazy.
it's like people don't realize what time it was. And then you did have to take a step out. And within the movie, I mean, in the show, it was like you're taking a step out, and then we're going to do more. And that was awesome. And I thought so. You could take a comedy and it has some stuff, but it could be a lot of positive with it. And I would
Mhm.
love to see the family, dealing with those type of problems, realizing once again that just like any other people, you have the entire rainbow, good, bad, and different within black people. So that's
Yeah.
what they should have been focusing on. You can have some of the negative stuff along with the positive stuff, as long as you're giving them both the opportunity to be out there and say, this is what it is. I think that's what Boondocks really tried to show, which is totally different than what they're doing with this Good Times thing. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Give depth, and rather than being just like, I forget who said it in chat, but just one story, there you go, Kyle. Yeah, you're just one story, one thing. It's like,
Yeah.
oh no, that's it. So yeah, yeah. And I think that's talking about stuff like that. The concrete comics, the
Mhm.
um
Alonzo was all
Acolyte,
about that.
and he was saying stuff like that too. He goes, yeah, it's a black superhero, but it's not about him being
Being
black.
black.
He's just he just is black and
He
he's a
just
superhero.
happens
You know
to
what I
be
mean?
black. Yeah.
And I remember hearing that from a comedian. I forgot who. I think Ralph Barboza. He's Mexican, and him and George Lopez got into a little back and forth a little bit. And he goes, it's different. You go because George Lopez is a Mexican comic. He goes, and he goes, I'm a comic that is Mexican. He goes, there's a difference, and he goes, there's nothing wrong with either. It's just he makes jokes about being Hispanic and growing up with in a Mexican family and stuff like that. And he's like, I'm just a comic talking about my life, or talking about just stuff, and it's not just about being like Mexican. So like that kind of stuff, that's what's kind of neat, is the change we need, I think. It's just like,
but when you hide from it, no one's ever going to want to do it. If you're going to run from that idea, you're never going to get the real answer and get anyone comfortable with going outside the lines, talking about stuff like this.
Yeah. So, yeah, we get a little sidetracked there, but yeah, I mean, not really talking about, some of these things. That's why, like, that black fist brown hand, you could talk about stuff like that because
exactly,
it's making fun of it, where to a point is like, hey, yeah, let's stop saying stupid shit like this because it is stupid, it's funny, stop being like that. So yeah,
100%.
Yeah. And also, like, that was like one thing where I thought was funny because they make horchata, which was, primarily, a lot of Mexicans drink that. I love horchata. But then they wanted to
Making
make
it great
to everybody. But the whole point of making it grape was to market it to the black culture, right? But the whole idea past that was you're really marketing it to white suburbans. Because white suburbans want to act like inner city black people, and then it's still horchata, so you still get the Latino. Like the whole idea, the whole train of that was just like, I'm like, oh my god, like dead on with it, like spot on with stuff like that. It's like,
because black people, all culture that's hip hop culture, the mainstream culture follows a lot of black culture. So like if you market it to them, then everyone gets taken. It doesn't matter if it's Asian, because Asians love dance, the hip hop culture type thing. It doesn't matter if it's white suburban kids. It doesn't matter who it is. You can hit everybody by marketing to them. It's hilarious. I thought that was so
smart. The whole thing was super great. It's a really good fun comic. So yeah, I wouldn't mind like reaching out to him and reaching out to Concrete to see if like we can get him on the podcast just for like an episode or something and do
definitely.
That'd be super fun. What's up, Jason?
Jason.
Yeah. What do you guys think about the news that Netflix is developing Scooby-Doo live action? I did not hear that.
I thought I skimmed past something about that earlier. Well, it can't be any worse than Velma, right?
Just say that. Say that, but
just stop.
But the live action Scooby-Doos before were not bad,
Well, it's because
they weren't bad.
You had people that cared about it. You had really good characters.
And you gotta know what the show is. The show is goofy, and
Dude, I gotta say, the live action, the first one, the casting was so perfect.
Yep.
Like spot on. Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I liked the first two live action movies. Like you said, the casting was absolutely perfect. They couldn't have done any better with that. Yeah, I had fun watching them. I remember seeing both of them in the theater.
They were actually better casted than some than themselves. Like I thought it was so well done. Wow, Brandon, what? It hurt me a little bit right there. He says, I would never really like Scooby-Doo.
What do you like, dude?
I mean, I can't blame him. I really didn't like Scooby Doo until a little bit later. I think the
Mhm.
live action ones were like, oh, this is kind of fun. I mean, I knew what
Mhm.
Scooby Doo was. I've seen episodes before. Um, but yeah, I was never like big into Scooby Doo. I didn't hate it though. You know,
Mhm.
yeah. He likes Scrappy Doo.
Here's my
I would
question to
say
you
I like,
guys.
but I get what Scrappy Doo was. Scrappy Doo was like trying to bring in the newer audience.
Yeah.
Mhm.
How many
They always.
episodes of Scooby Doo were there?
I don't think I even
Oh,
want to guess that.
Of the
not
original Scooby Doo, how many episodes were there? And how long did it run?
how long did it run?
Mm-hmm.
I want to. The original one had to run for at least a couple years because at the
Mhm.
time animation was like what 3, 4 max years. Episodes. I'm not sure because I know they had that shit on syndication for like decades, and I remember seeing the same episode a few times, like as a kid. I'm
It was
like,
the same thing over and over again because I
yeah,
mean, all the moves that running around is the same exact thing.
yeah.
There had to
Oh,
have been at
So
least.
what is it?
17 episodes. And it went from September of 1969 to January. Like
Eh,
it was not long at all.
Mhm. Yeah, and
Not
then
long
they
at
just
all.
started. And they just started doing like new iteration or different iterations of it. Funny story. I remember back in December. Um, I was out. I was down over at Sluggers in Wrigleyville, and the DJ randomly started playing the "What's New Scooby Doo" theme song by Simple Plan. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. I was so overjoyed to hear it, though.
That's funny.
But yeah,
Mhm.
the first two seasons of Scooby Doo came out like that first 2 years. The third season of Scooby Doo didn't come out for almost 10 years later, almost a decade later.
Hmm.
Well, I know now, like Scooby Doo got such a big following. They started doing a lot of collabs, like Scooby Doo and whatever. So Supernatural. That's right. Yeah,
One of my favorite episodes.
yeah. Scooby Doo Supernatural. I think they did a Scooby Doo and Kiss. Like
Mhm. Oh,
the rock
they were
band.
always doing that. They
Kiss.
had the Scooby Doo and
Like,
the Harlem Globetrotters. They had
that's real.
Scooby Doo, and I saw Rev Run the other day. I saw Scooby Doo and like Chris Rock. Like
Chris
I think
Rock.
Scooby Doo was
Well,
just It's called What's New Scooby Doo featuring
Mhm.
blah. It's just
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I watch it here and there. Just wasn't into it. Like I like Scrappy Doo and stuff. Yeah, but I like Yogi Bear. Yeah, I'm with you there, Brandon. Yeah, I'm not the biggest Scooby Doo
Mhm.
fan, but I enjoyed the movies though. The live action movies, I had fun with. Him saying like something is a bigger shock Brian, than Brian being
I'm
on time.
always on
Oh, I
time.
think say Brian. Yeah, Brian's the one always one here first. I'm usually late. I'm usually like, always late. So yeah, I
Who is
contest.
Brian?
I am
No, I'm kidding.
I am never late.
See, Transformers, I was big into Transformers. I was big into G.I. Joe.
Mhm.
Dragon Ball Z. I'm super into Dragon Ball Z. I love anime though. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what got me into anime because my uncle was a big nerd, but he wasn't into anime. My grandfather was a big nerd too. He really wasn't into anime. They were into animation though. I remember watching Fire and Ice, that old movie from the 80s. I remember watching Heavy Metal.
Mhm.
I don't know if you guys ever seen Heavy Metal. That is
I've
not
seen heavy metal.
that's not a kid cartoon. There's
Oh,
kitties
absolutely
and
not.
sex and stuff. And I watched that when I was a kid. So,
Mhm.
same thing with Fire and Ice. That was not for kids either. So
You know what got me into
and I watched that.
Anime was the fact that I liked. So in the 80s, black culture did a lot of very Japanese. They loved Chinese movies and they loved dressing that way. And then of course, my favorite movie, Bruce Leroy. You are the last dragon. So I love that, and then I love Enter the Dragon with with Bruce Lee. So like those things kind of, and I love cartoons. It just kind of meshed together. It really just pushed me towards it. So yeah, I thought that's cool.
Yeah. Dragon Ball Z, man, was I still love Dragon Ball
It's
Z,
the
man. I got a
greatest.
bunch of once I get my shelf up, I have a bunch of like little not figurines, but little statuette thingies of Goku, Vegeta. Yeah. I love that stuff, man. Legit, like cried when the creator died, like 2 months ago, maybe.
Yep.
That was
about a month and a half ago.
Yeah. Boondock's the only anime I rock with. Oh, and Spider-Verse. Both of those are great. Boondocks were like it was very different especially for Adult Swim. But yeah, Boondocks were great. They were able to like kind of make fun of it, even with Charlie Murphy and Samuel Jackson, right?
It was.
There were the two white guys, which was hilarious, and yeah, and the voice actors, man, they got like famous people. They had a lot of famous people. Like a pit named Slickback is still gonna be one of my favorite things because what the hell's his name?
Cat Williams.
He just Cat Williams. Was that and yeah. So
they had a lot of people on there. I remember the German director Werner Herzog was on the Obama episode. He narrated the entire thing.
Oh yeah,
which was hilarious.
Yeah.
But
at one point, especially towards after that first season or so, you had a lot of people kind of like, I want to do it. Athletes, musicians.
I don't know. Boondocks was a huge thing. It's a comic strip. It was huge, and I think that's really what got it start off, and then it became a cartoon. But like it was, people couldn't wait to see the next thing, the next strip that he was doing. So that was a huge thing in itself.
Yeah, that was like peak for me. Like Adult Swim with Boondocks, and then they had like Metalocalypse, on there.
I love Metalocalypse.
I love that show because I'm a huge Metallica fan, and they got two of the.
Where's your guitar? So I at all times have like you be able to pull out.
They can pull off the side. But they got two of the members of Metallica, and just how funny it was. It's like, okay, you're gonna be a goat and you're a sheep. So it's like you get two like legends, holiday on like just epic artists, and then you're like, you're not gonna say anything. You're just gonna make animal noises. It's like what? It's like so stupid. But that was like. That's why I was like Boondocks, Metalocalypse, and then all the other random crazy shit Adult Swim had. Yeah. I used to watch Captain Caveman.
Captain
Caveman. That's old.
And the other guy was it?
Oh.
Captain Caveman, what's his name? And
I don't remember.
An other guy or something like that. Yeah. I used to watch that a lot too.
That's. I didn't watch that one that much. That was a little bit too old for me.
Well, even if you didn't watch it going, you could watch it with like Tom and Jerry Kids. I want to say it was
Tom and Jerry Kids, yeah.
And they had Captain Caveman on that too. So,
Caveman. Wow. Yeah, because I know who you're talking about. I just can't think of like any specific moments of that cartoon. But All right. What happened? The intro. The intro still goes hard. Yeah,
Sure does.
Yeah.
Of course, I remember Top
right,
Cat
you guys
too.
want to watch?
But you're really, really going real deep in Top Cat. I mean, everyone remembers Top Cat though.
I mean, those old cartoons were always around because like newer artists would always like reference them or put them in backgrounds and stuff like that. You know, so they were just like inspirations to a lot of the newer artists and newer animators. So you get a lot of that.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, let's watch it.
Which trailer
Let's
are you
do it.
watching?
Let's do Marvel Animation X-Men. We could watch the trailer and then we could talk about 97 because we missed a whole week.
Yeah,
I'm cool with that.
Yeah, and I'm still so pissed off. I don't know why I'm so effing laggy, man. And I've done everything, and it's not my computer. It's not my computer, not anymore. Because
he is upgraded 100%.
I got it all working good. Yeah, like I'm not worried about space. I'm maxed out in RAM, and I got like, yeah. So I don't know what the hell. Just pissed.
There's enough computer to get another computer to do it all.
Yeah. We'll talk about this. We'll watch the Mufasa, and then if anything, you didn't get a chance to watch the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. Yep, Brandon.
I saw it.
You saw it?
I saw it. Yeah, I saw it last week.
Shit! We could definitely do a review on that.
I was like, I thought we both saw it last week, and we were talking about that.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do a review on that like towards the end. I did not watch a new episode of 97, so you might want to put it on mute and then come back in a little bit because it was a good episode. It was. I know you're not into it, Brandon, as much as we are, but
winning.
It was good. Yeah. And then did you all see Boy Kills World? I haven't.
Dude, I've only seen like a couple of minutes as I was watching on some. Never mind. I was watching on something, but it's very weird to me. I know people like it a lot. The voiceover, the him explaining, someone else explaining for him. It's just really weird to me. It's just weird to me. I don't know.
Yeah, it looked like a weird movie. I still want to see it. I heard it's good. I heard the action's good and stuff like that. So
same. Yeah, it sucks that it bombed, that it tanked so badly in the box office. People always complain, oh, they're not making original movies anymore. They're just adapting. They're making original movies, but for whatever reason, you don't go to see them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we're going X-Men, I'm doing my Storm.
Put it back there. Velma season 2, he said, but I haven't heard great stuff about it. Velma season 1 sucked, man.
Yeah,
that's why
the posters you guys put out there. Yeah, stop watching shows. F that. I ain't watching it.
It was the Fugitive Simpsons reference where it's like, he goes, I didn't want a season 2. He goes, and it's like Velma pointing a gun at him. He goes, I don't care. I was like, that's why it's like, you gotta stop hate watching, man. That's why I'm not gonna watch the good times.
Yeah.
Like, no.
I'm gonna encourage them to make more of it. I'm not contributing to that.
Yeah. No, I'm good with that. So yeah.
If you know it's gonna be trash. If you know it's gonna be trash, what are you doing watching it?
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't even finish season 1 because it was just like halfway through, I'm like, I'm done. I don't.
Episode 3, I was done. Episode 3, I was like, man, F this. I'm out.
It was 2 or 3 episodes. I was 2 or 3 episodes in, and I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. So we're not even gonna bother with that one, man. If you do a review, talk about it. You might get some good views on the hate. I did Boy Kills World. It's a solid A+. Oh damn, okay. Funny. It does look funny, and you're a Bob's Burger fan, so I know he can. Brandon Davis appreciates that, which I might appreciate it because I like them too.
You love Bob's Burgers. Don't
I love Bob's Burger. Mufasa is better than the last movie. Okay, I haven't seen that trailer yet. Yeah, I haven't seen the trailer yet. I'm like, that one I can wait to watch with you guys. I'm not in a rush to see that one. But
yeah, and the only reason I saw it this morning is because it was on Good Morning America.
Online, like right now, I put the trailer. Of course, ABC, all that stuff. But yeah, I mean, right now I had pulled up the trailer to get it ready, and I see all the reactions to it, and the people I thought we're gonna like it. It looks like they like it just from the thumbnail. The people that I knew who hate Disney hate on the trailer just from the thumbnails alone. So, So again, that doesn't give me any like reference if it's good or bad because
it's just a hate or not hate. That's all you get.
Yeah. We'll see. It was me and family of 5 in the theater. Yeah, it didn't do well in the theaters.
Not at all. Box office, it was like,
yeah, it didn't
you
get
owe us
market.
$5.
Yeah. Xavier said it was fun the way Hardcore Henry and Guns Akimbo is.
I kind of got that vibe.
Yeah. And both of them, I love those two movies.
I really like
Hardcore Henry. Yeah. I was
Hardcore Henry. Guns Akimbo was cool with Harry Potter. Like that was
Daniel Radcliffe.
Very interesting, very stupid, but it was good. Yeah, Daniel Radcliffe. But we got Anzo. What's up, Anzo?
So,
I know he was over on Loki Cave's channel doing stuff. Appreciate you coming by. I'm assuming that stream is done.
Working so hard, Anzo. You're working hard, almost as hard as me.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll answer this question and we'll start watching the trailers. Question for you guys: if a biopic was made about you, who should play you? That's a good question.
I feel so uncomfortable answering that. It just makes me feel really pompous.
Do you know? Do you have somebody in mind?
No. But I think it's a lose-lose whatever you answer with.
I think a better question is like, who would you want to play us? I mean, I know you guys, only know us from this, but I'd be more curious to see like.
I would have figured out that question. I would have been like, thank you, Kevin
I don't know
Smith.
if should be offended by that or not.
I mean, he's a genius.
Yeah, but he also had a heart attack because he was so fat that he had to like get in super. Although now he's in super shape, man. He's in a really good shape right now. But that's why I was like, I'm not sure. But I do love Kevin Smith and all his movies, so can't hate it.
Yeah, I like how Kevin Smith like makes the movies he wants to make.
There you go, Jason. Jason said Mike Coulter for Brandman.
There's no way.
That's the exact opposite of who he is.
That's the exact opposite. Way too big, way too jacked. That's gonna be a no for me.
I'll say Kevin James.
I mean, he's
actually. I'll take offense to that
one. Brian, you know how big I am?
I know.
That's about my one point. I don't know if it's anyone big enough to play me.
I can see like
my Booker T,
Donald Glover with Brandman.
That's exactly see Brandman, Donald Glover. Yeah, that works.
I can see that.
I see that. Daniel Radcliffe.
He got you.
Yeah. What, we gonna pull a Tropic Thunder with Dan Radcliffe, Robert Downey Jr.
Oh, that'd be hilarious. Oh man. Did I miss one? Let's see.
Cuddy from The Wire. Oh, he's not big enough either.
For Brian. Michael B. Jordan for Brian.
He's also not big enough. Michael B. Jordan's 5'10",
He's
or 6 feet. He's like 6 feet, 165 pounds. I am another person bigger than he is. What was that?
I saw one. I saw your last one, Anzo, was not that hard. That's the last one I saw from you. That one and then that. I know anybody having issues. I know YouTube was having issues this whole weekend, even to late last week. So Trick Williams then.
Okay. Oh man, it could be worse. You could say Predator. I mean, I got
trying to tell you to watch them.
I've heard great things about them.
That's a movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's a series on Amazon Prime.
TV. Yeah. Yep.
Then the scare.
I like the first season. I'll watch it. First season was pretty good.
Oh.
Season 2 was good. Okay,
Something auto played. Get shit out of me. Season 2 was good.
All right, I'll check out season.
Yeah, I feel like for Brian, you might need to get like a old, like a former like NFL player or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Probably, yeah.
Well,
that's probably what you need.
Which of them can act?
You never know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Never know.
That's right after. Okay.
Last season Succession.
Got add that to my watch list then. I legit have like a Word doc on my Google Drive that just
keeps it going.
Oh man, I got a bunch of watchers. Get him Ricky Williams.
I'm like 6 inches taller than Ricky Williams.
Yeah, I gotta finish Knuckles. I watched the first episode.
Yeah, that's why
I got 2 more episodes to go.
Okay.
You know what I want? I want Michael Jai White to do me. That's what I want Michael Jai White to be. Yeah.
Well.
Big enough, dude.
It's badass.
Yeah.
It don't matter.
Yeah, he's awesome. Did you watch Crisis Part 2 yet? Nah.
No.
Part 1 was very disappointing.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of Part 1, and I just don't like this updated animation style very much. It's not doing a whole lot for me. It reminds me of Archer. I didn't think that I didn't think that anything was wrong with the animation to begin with. The animation style should
that makes
stay relegated. Yeah, it should stay relegated to Archer. There was nothing wrong with that with the DC animation style. I thought it was awesome. It's very much a prime example of if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah,
I'm just reading everyone's comments. It's hilarious.
It was confusing. Yeah, I was like, "You wish." with Michael Jai White.
I don't know, man. Michael Jai White's actually my size.
All right. Let's talk about X-Men. I know we're already over an hour.
Let's go.
Started late. Yeah, let's get into X-Men, and then we'll do Mufasa real quick, and then we'll get into that. All right,
I'm ready whenever you guys are.
You got the
You
want to talk about it first, and then we'll watch the trailer at the end.
Okay.
Yeah, let's talk about it first.
We'll do
that.
Yeah. All right, cool. All right, what is up? Welcome to the Spoiler Kings. My name is Tim Kramer with Brandman Brandon, Brian DeGrizzly, and we are going to discuss X-Men 97, Bright Eyes. I believe that is episode 7, I think.
Yes.
But yeah, yes. Bright Eyes. So I know we're a little late on it. We had a little busy over the weekend at
Mhm.
C2E2.
C2E2,
But even at C2E2, we were talking so much about it, because so many people were dressed up as Rogue and Gambit and stuff like that. So yeah, a lot of
X-Men
X-Men
and One Piece were like the hot properties at C2E2 this year. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was super awesome. So we're gonna just kind of discuss it. So if you haven't seen it, you want to stay spoiler free, pause the video, come back when you're done, and let us know what you think about it. But what you guys think about it? What you like about it? Any issues you had with it?
I can't stress this enough, just how much I'm invested in this show. Well, I know we all are, but just the way that they just continue to outdo themselves, and it just has me waiting for more by the time each episode ends. It's just amazing. I really like how episodic it is. I'm almost starting to think X-Men works better in a show form because you have more. You can you X-Men's at its best when it's episodic. I think when you're doing an adaptation of it, and I like that they're really capturing the emotional aspect of it. I feel really invested in the characters. I really like where they went with Rogue. I think that the ensemble element is being just handled wonderfully. It really has you guessing for what's going to happen next. Um, I think that I like the sense of balance. Who's doing this, who's doing this, who's doing this, and I think that it all kind of tied together pretty well at the end of the episode. And I'm just it's the stamp on my Wednesday mornings. I have to start watching it pretty much before I do anything else.
Yeah.
I go hold you one better. I wake up at 4:00 in the morning to watch it.
Mhm.
Oh, jeez.
I wake up. I wake up like this. That's
your alarm.
It's ready to go. My wife's like, "What is wrong with you?" I said, so much, but it's so good.
Oh, also, whoever's doing the fight scenes plays a lot of Marvel vs. Capcom.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Mhm.
That was such an awesome reference when she did the super kick in it.
Mhm.
I was just like, I that was legit me, the Leonardo DiCaprio from the movie. Like, oh hey, look.
Mhm.
Like, I was like, oh shit, they did it. That was cool.
And I know we touched on this. I know it's a very minuscule thing, but it's just you be quiet, Xavier. At the beginning, I was just really happy to see Belladonna Badreau show up at Gambit's funeral. I've just always liked her as a character, and I've kind of always wanted to see them do more with her on the animated series. I just like her as a character. I was like when I saw her at the funeral, I'm like, yeah, that makes sense for her to be there along with the rest of the Thieves Guild.
Oh yeah.
Mhm. But yeah, I like how they do the character cameos. Also, that they make sense. They don't feel like they're just shoehorned just for the sake of being there. That's another thing that I like about the show. Just that little tidbit.
Yeah. I like that. Also, in the funeral part, I feel like Nightcrawler threw some hate towards the Gambit's his old group, like, oh, he might have been in with a bad crowd and did some bad stuff, and it cuts to like his brother, I think it was, or something like that.
Yeah, his brother.
So yeah, I thought that was kind of like funny a little bit, but also like true. But yeah, I thought that was cool. But yeah, what about you, Brian? How'd you like it?
I mean, how can you not like what Rogue did? Rogue was so emotionally distraught. And if you've really been there and you're not even ready to really recognize to recognize what happened, to really own up to it and how angry you get at it. I thought that she played it perfectly and how irrationally you can do. And if you're really, really strong, how you're gonna act. You can't tell me nothing. I'm always holding back for you. So like right now, you don't need to be doing anything. So like, and I think it was something like that. Nightcrawler said, and said, you know, you're sad, but you didn't watch them die. You helped them live. That kind of started to bring her back. And the fact that when she was ready to come back, she looked up and she saw all the X-Men there for her. Because when you're going through something like that, when it's that hard for you, what you need is your friends by you. You need to go through your anger. You only got the steps, all the steps you got to go through. You have to go through all the things, all the process you need to go through. But at the end of the day, you do need someone to have your back. And when she was ready to open her eyes, she realized she has people to have her back. And I thought that was really interesting and well done. And the whole thing with Rogue and Captain America was great. It was 100% great. And then when she, so you're not gonna hand out, you're not gonna be with us on our side of the X-Men? And he was like, my hands are tied. And she was like, oh, really? Since your hands are tied, you're not gonna need this shield. And it throws it off. The look that he has in his face, like he want to go, bitch. Like, you just do that to me. Oh, it was hilarious and so good. And I think someone said that there is a variant, there is a world where they have their own, they have a child together. So I thought that was cool too, because those people, those two interacting. Well, just once again, smart. This show knows what it's doing. And then even at the end of the show, seeing Magneto and how much it makes sense. Oh, man. I mean, and who's behind all of this stuff. And, I'm enjoying it so much. They're hitting all the right chords. Even the whole tension between, Cyclops and Jean Grey. And then them like, when they forget also they've been through, they kind of fall back together, and then they realize, oh well, I shouldn't be liking you right now. So you feel it. It's literally like a soap opera, but that's what X-Men is. If you ask me what X-Men is a superhero soap opera with all this greatness, all these cool things happening all over the place, and we're getting great stories because that's what they have. Great stories. That's why they have 800 issues. That's why people continue to read it because of what they do. So,
and I think the best way when you do,
I gotta say this. I told you guys we weren't going to have more Storm again. It's going to be another episode, no Storm. I said it. Y'all didn't believe me. And I had my huge rant, and I was right.
Yeah. Her and Xavier.
They need. Yeah, it's time for them to bring Storm back. Now stop playing.
Yeah.
They need to. They're going too many episodes without her, and as more time passes, that's sitting progressively worse with me.
Yeah. I think she's coming back next episode for sure.
It depends on what you do. So chill. So the legacy number has been changing, and they are trying to group things with X-Men and Uncanny X-Men and all of them to get to 800. So, but they're not really sequential, but they are trying to group them. I was literally just talking to my comic book guy last week about that. But yeah, this is what Marvel does. None of this stuff really makes sense, and things that don't. Comic books are not the same comic books. They just kind of throw it all in there. So
yeah, especially with X-Men. But yeah. And shout out to Chill. What's up, Chill? He's coming in. But I think they bring her in next episode. I don't know if they bring her in right away. But at some point she's gonna be in the episode, I think, because the next 3 are the finale. Like that's it. You're gonna have part 1, part 2, part 3. So it's kind of one mini movie, that we're gonna kind of get out of these next couple ones. So she might show up right before the end of the episode. I hope she shows up somewhere in the middle.
Episode without Storm, and then you're gonna hear me come on next week and have another rant about we only got one top tenor, and she's still not getting any time, no screen time. And it's the same argument I had about T'Challa before, and just be ready. Just be ready. If you see it and you realize it, you know what I'm going to say. I'm just going to say, you guys know where we're about to go. You know what I'm about to say. What you guys are doing. Yeah. But if you don't want to know what I said, just look at last week's episode for us, and you'll know exactly what. It'll be the same thing. The whole thing, the 10-minute brain out.
Yeah. And but that's kind of like the problem of having somebody so powerful, because if she was at Genosha, I don't know if like that weird, I forgot what it's called, but that weird sentinel bug would have lasted as long. You know what I mean? Like, because I don't know, because even like what's his name, Magneto seemed not as powerful. Like it seemed like they kind of nerfed him for me. I was like, I feel Magneto should have took him out pretty easy, and they nerfed Magneto. Where even like Leech had to come over and like help him out with like juicing him up a little bit. So
but wasn't that the point though? With Magneto, Leech was there, and Leech is the reason. So I think there's two things. Leech is the reason why Magneto did die, because Leech was able to kind of disguise him. He said, "Oh, he was neutralized easier because he had Leech on him." And also, Magneto couldn't be as powerful because Leech was so close to him. And Leech
Leech was giving him more juice, though.
I thought Leech
can take away your power, or he can make you stronger. He can do either one. So I think he was juicing him up a little bit.
That's why they were able to neutralize him because of that. Because Leech was actually draining his powers a little bit more. He would be more stronger, but. Okay.
I didn't even think about that. That kind of makes sense, though. That does make sense. Yeah. Xavier said that's my only rant too, Brian. We need more Storm. Yeah. So I think her and Xavier are gonna play a big part in the end, I think. So because especially right now, it's like saying this episode that we got, they're missing their like moral guide almost. Xavier is gone. He was definitely like a moral compass for them. And then Storm is gone, who also helped kind of keep things in check. You know what I mean? But now you had, her and him both gone. Cyclops is dealing with a bunch of shit. Rogue is off the deep end. And even in this episode where she drops what's his name, and Wolverine was like, well, yeah, Trask. It's like, oh, well, somebody had to do it. And even Morph is like, is this who we are now? I was just like, their whole vibes of like, are we the good guys still? You know what I mean? Like, and Xavier and Storm both being gone, I feel like they were part of their like moral compass. Like, no, we have to do what's right. You know what I mean? Because now Cyclops was that other guy with like that, but he's been he's been jaded. He's got some issues going on with a bunch of different things. So he's not that Boy Scout anymore. How he was even at the beginning of the show. So
Cyclops was never a Boy Scout. He just used other people. Yeah, he's always just used people. I don't think their Storm is their moral compass. I think they're afraid of Storm. Even them, like even other mutants are still afraid of Storm because she is just that powerful. Like they're like, okay, Storm. I'll go back.
Is it wrong that I'm not even mad Rogue dropped Trask? I wasn't even mad.
Tony.
No.
So sometimes I get that, oh, this isn't who we are. If it won't make us any better than that. Screw that. Some people just need to go. Some people just need to go. Screw that sometimes with superheroes. That's why the ending of No Way Home kind of pissed me off. Kill the Green Goblin. Kill Norman Osborn. That man was a dick anyway. He would have been doing several universes a favor. Some dudes just need to be put down.
Cyclops is the Boy Scouts camp counselor.
But he's even worse though, because Cyclops uses people. I mean, look at X-Force. He uses people to get what he wants out of it. Like that's Cyclops is smart. He's manipulative. I feel like all that's it's almost a game what he's doing and how he does stuff. He's not necessarily just like this great moral compass. He just Xavier just got him early. You know, if Magneto got him early, he would be on his side. Like just he. You know?
Well, I mean, that's what they're kind of playing into now. Is like Xavier's gone, and now he's starting to say things Magneto has been saying. So it's like it's always been there, and now it's like he just has a reason to have it. That militant, kind of version of Cyclops is definitely coming out. So yeah. We're not going to get that one, but like you said, he was always kind of an asshole that manipulated people. But the thing is, like, he knew, he's like, hey, Wolverine, go do X-Force. I can't get my hands dirty. I need to look like the good guy still. But you're an animal anyway, so go do my dirty work. Wolverine was like, yeah, I'll go kill some people. Don't drop trash faster than Kendrick drop the diss track.
Kendrick like, hey, drop the beat and drop the trash. Just
boom,
done.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, this episode was pretty good. The ending though was where it was at. All the little things that I think eventually we're getting another like 4 seasons or something stupid, like 5 seasons, I think, from the show. We're gonna see X-Men versus Avengers. It definitely kind of laid some of the groundwork down for that.
I think you get that in live action. I think they do this live action.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool.
Can you even that's how you bring back Robert Downey Jr.
with man, I don't know. He is coming back. There's no doubt he's coming back at some point. I don't know how or what, but having him fighting, Magneto. Magneto versus Iron Man. Like, how's he gonna outthink him? In that way, that'd be cool. But yeah, I think we're gonna get a lot of cool things that you can see where they're leaving little hints at, like where it could go if you're a comic book reader. And it should kind of get you excited, like, oh shit, we're gonna get some cool X-Men stuff, in the future. But the ending for this episode was the best.
You say like this is real. This storyline is really deep into the X-Men lore. Like they're going deep with these characters. Like the stuff that like you don't think that they'll do in the show, they're doing. So I don't know where they're gonna go with this. I don't know when they stop. Like we already know we're gonna have season 2, season 3, 4, 5. All major storylines are gonna happen again. I really believe that. I think they're going to go up to all the major storylines, and we're going to see all type of stuff.
Yeah, I think we're going to see some crazy stuff. I think, yeah, it's. I wouldn't mind, because I think in the old cartoons from the 90s, I wasn't Iron Man, Spider-Man. They were all in the same kind of universe, So
they were.
We might get a lot of that stuff coming back. So. Yeah, we ain't the good guys, sugar. Yeah. She was badass, man. She was really, really cool. I think this season is definitely showing how deep some of these characters can be. And when you allow people who know and understand the characters and the books to because I feel like there's a lot of old stuff going on that's mixing with some of the newer stuff too. You know what I mean? And they're kind of like mixing it really well, where they're like, like, oh well, we're gonna get rid of Cassandra Nova and replace her with Sinister. You know what I mean? So then they kind of like do that, but then they can do multiple things because it is still Sinister and he still has his own storyline. So yeah, like they're doing really well. Yeah, they're doing it really, really well.
I mean, I don't know what they do, as long as somehow we get Magneto on one side, Professor X on the other side, and then we have them, together. But can you talk about real quick what you told me about, the whole thing with Magneto and the shaving thing and all that?
Man, yeah. I mean, the whole thing with like him playing the song, the Purple Eater thing, he played that before, and it's like an annoying song, but that scene was very it reminded me of like Reservoir Dogs, this is how it was with the music going in. The character was kind of crazy, but it was just also, it's like it just seemed like a big fu to Magneto, because Bastion was using a metal, like old school razor blade, and it's just like, oh, you're the master of what? And as he's shaving him, and he's like, I can slit your throat right now, with a
Anytime you want.
metal razor blade, and it's like, you ain't gonna do nothing about it. And it was just like a big F. Like Bastion is really cool in the show. They're doing really cool stuff with him, and even little things like that, like the music, and the shaving him, it just seems like very like he's a puppet, and he's like, I have full control of you, because this shaving somebody in a movie is very symbolic of I have power over you, because you literally have a blade to somebody's neck, but you're cleaning them, in a sense. So that's been a trope in movies for a long time, but it's doubly messed up because of his superpower, so it's just like, and yeah, the whole thing of that was super messed up, and then that stupid song in the background playing was it's just like the cherry on top of the ending. I was like, oh, it was so good, and I don't know I know what they're gonna do. I don't know how they're gonna get there with Magneto, and stuff like that, but I know I'm calling it now, like either next season or season after, we're getting Onslaught.
Yeah,
for sure.
The more I think about it, I could definitely see that.
But not anytime soon. They're still going to do the whole Bastion and the Prime Sentinels, all the Sentinel crazy stuff, and but I think we're going to get Onslaught, and Onslaught for me is like one of the coolest looking characters. The character himself is kind of not the best, but look wise, he looks awesome. It's just like a spiked out, super jacked, like super shredder Magneto version of Magneto. It's like, yeah, he's super cool looking, so yeah. But I if anybody can make the character really cool, I think it would be X-Men 97. They know what they're doing. So yeah, I don't know. You guys got anything else?
It felt like Rogue made Captain America very small. Seemed like a small, insignificant nothing of a man.
Yeah. It's just like, oh, you're super soldier? That's cute. It's like that. Even with that, I felt like them going down to that thing was very reminiscent of was it Winter Soldier? Yeah. Of Winter Soldier, with him and going down there and all the computers from the old stuff. The music, I was watching other people and they said it was very First Avenger like music, that they heard, so they're taking inspiration and voice actors, who's been in What If, music that's been in the MCU, like they're really doing so well. It's like, oh, here's a cartoon you grew up with, and we're gonna mix it in with all the new stuff you love now, and they're doing it perfectly. They're doing it super great.
And you're gonna say thank you.
Yeah. What was it? Didn't hear the Peter Dinklage is playing Toxic Friend. Oh yeah, we're into that.
Yeah, we get into that at some point, but yes,
Cap has to be lame. So when they do Avengers vs X-Men, we're on the mutant side. Yeah, Captain America's kind of.
I mean, the first Avenger, I know Brandman likes it. It was awful and boring. So Captain America's like not my favorite. I mean, at all.
Captain America's good when he's fighting like the system. You know what I mean? When he's like being
Nomad.
The Boy Scout, with being Nomad and stuff like that. When he's being Steve Rogers and not Captain America, I always found him more interesting. So, but yeah, they're gonna make that so you're just like you want to be on the mutants side for sure. But they can definitely bring back an Avengers show and tie it into that. So it's like you're kind of like, and then they have their vision of how they're doing everything. So as a viewer, you can kind of pick what side you want to be on. You're like, oh shit, I like that, or I like this. So I think that'd be
You
a
can do
really
very
smart thing
Civil
with that
War.
route.
So
Very
very
like
Civil War like. Yeah.
Yeah. But cool. Yeah, we're gonna watch the last 3 episodes. I think Brandman recommended us watching the trailer, which I didn't even know. This is the final trailer of the season. And so it's gonna hype up the 3-part finale that we're getting. So if you guys want to watch that,
let's do it.
Yep.
Yeah. Good. Here we go. And I didn't even know they had another trailer out until Brandman said something.
Yeah, they put out a new trailer like every week, it seems like.
Yep.
After each episode.
Yeah. Damn, it's 3 more episodes left. Yeah, it's a 3-parter too. So part 1, part 2, part 3.
All right, let's check this out then. Make sure you guys can hear it.
Yeah.
Oh, I had it going through the wrong speaker. Oh, you can hear it?
Oh, I heard it. Yeah.
Could you guys hear
I
it?
can hear it. Yep, I can hear it.
Okay. Well, try that one more time then.
You were my first students. My family. I wanted you to be free. Help build a world where mutants could live however they wish, safe and without fear. My X-Men.
We have to be strong. For the team. For every mutant still out there, they need hope.
Let us do what we do. Believe in each other.
Charles Xavier entrusted me with his dream. Everything he built, everything he fought for, now belongs to me. My X-Men.
Almost forgot.
Oh, am I going to war or a circus?
What'd you expect? Black leather?
Oh, that's awesome.
That is good. I almost forgot. Oh man. That was
That's
Gotcha.
Look at that last part after he yeah, right there. What is who's all
Black
jumping
leather?
out? Oh, okay.
It looks like more like human sentinels.
Yeah, they're chasing them down. Yeah, that is awesome.
Not even.
Oh,
I was so satisfied with how they dunked on Singer at the end.
yes, yeah. Because that's him, man. Because he made fun of them, like, oh, what do you expect, black or yellow spandex?
Yellow spandex. Yeah,
Yes.
you wanted to be all smug back in 2000, motherfucker, didn't you?
Yeah. Oh man.
Oh man, Brandon didn't get it.
No, it was Brand saying it was a stab at Batman. No, that's
No.
stab at
That's a stab.
director of the first X-Men movie.
Yeah. Well, you're familiar with the movies, Brandon, so I'm sure you remember that line. from the first one about yellow spandex.
Yeah.
No, that was a stab at Singer directly.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's
hmm
awesome.
He wanted to be all smug about the comic accurate costumes back in the day, and claim they would never
Yeah.
work, that they would look ridiculous in live action. Which, to an extent, I get it for that time,
Mhm.
but God, I hated those black leather suits. They were so ugly.
Freaking
Um,
oddballs.
That was interesting though. Did you see? You hear, you know, him talking about my X-Men and how dirty it was, and then he's able to wipe that clean. You see him in focus. You see, Charles Xavier in focus, and it was
Mhm.
almost like he's cleaning up. He's gonna wipe it clean, and now the focus is back on what he was always talking about. So
mhm,
I thought that was like symptomatic about how they're going to do these things. But with Magneto now being a puppet, also, how's that going to affect Xavier? Um, and then is Cyclops really all the way back? Like, there's so many unanswered questions, and though you can know what happens in the comic book, because they're not just going step by step from it,
Mhm.
it's like you still have no idea which way it's going to go. And I appreciate that. I really do.
Yeah.
mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I like we get most of it seems like it's clips of old stuff we've seen already, old episodes.
Yeah.
But we get some of the
Mhm,
newer stuff. I think Storm, her speech, that I think that's new. Seeing um Magneto put on his old school outfit is new. Like you said, seeing
mhm,
Xavier wipe the dust off his yellow wheelchair thing, that's new. So we got enough new stuff where, especially that last thing where like the cloud of like sentinel things were chasing him. That's
mhm.
cool. But yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
pretty
taxpayer
excited about
dollars had to go into making this all these Sentinels.
it. Right. Yeah. Yeah. I wonder. I wonder how deep with the lore they're gonna go, because in this last episode we already saw like those things in the tubes. So like, are they gonna go full nano sentinels that get infected into the blood kind of thing? Like how comic booky are they gonna make this?
I think they go
Mhm.
full on because the people that are watching this are comic book people.
Yeah.
So I think they go hard in the paint
I
and
think
this
so.
stuff.
I think so.
It has to.
Yeah. Go full in. It's good. I can't wait. I can't wait. Like, what
Same.
was it? Tolerance is extinction, I think, is the name of
Yep.
the next 3 episodes. You
Yep.
know,
Mhm.
which is interesting because Bastion's was it OKT or I forgot what that's or something tolerance. Shit, I forgot
ORT or something like that.
yeah, 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 but yeah, that whole like tolerance kind of thing and all that is gonna be everything's gonna be played up, but yeah, I'm definitely so excited about the next 3 weeks.
Same.
No, man, it's the best thing that's on TV. It's the best thing that Marvel has ever done. This is up.
Mm.
This show is up there with Infinity War. Like this is that good of a concept, and I'm just appreciating it. And then they said that a lot of people these next 3 you need to be looking at was it season 4, episode 13, 14, 15 to really know what's going on. I haven't seen anything that you have to watch any of the past stuff to know everything that's going on.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
they've done. Yeah.
I forgot who I was watching. I was watching somebody and they were talking about like he's like, oh, I'm getting real mad that they're not like doing anything with Wolverine. I'm like, I'm not. Like, we got 20 years of them doing shit with
We had
Wolverine
2
in the
decades of
movies.
that.
He has comic books
Hey,
his
I'm good.
own. We have Logan, we have everything. He's in Deadpool.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're getting him in Deadpool. He's gonna be co-lead in the movie. So yeah, like I'm cool without Wolverine for a little bit. Let's focus on like
Yeah.
the bigger story.
Yeah, for the longest time, everyone was just there just to make him look good.
Yeah.
It wasn't even him being the main character at everyone else's expense. It was him being the main character at everyone else's detriment, which is even worse.
Yeah, I agree.
Let other characters shine.
Yeah.
That's
like in the show.
that's the best. That's the best thing about X-Men. There's so many of them that you could do stuff with.
There were mutants, and we don't care if humanity likes us. Oh man, that we didn't even talk about the whole shit with Beast. How Beast.
That was so
first he
big.
quotes Mr. Rogers, and then he quotes like MLK, and then it's at that point it's like he's like, oh well, maybe we shouldn't care about what you think about us, kind of thing. It's like
it's funny
and
because
from Beast, which was
but
crazy.
she has feelings for Beast, and he just says no. But you're looking at me as in I am the problem when the problem is really you. And she has feelings for him, but she still says it like prejudging him and still seeing him as he's the issue and not realizing most of them could think we're the evolution of you. This is the extinction of you. This is where Trask is coming from. You're the extinction. You're the ones that get left behind. We are the next level. That's what the fear is, and people don't seem to remember that. But the way that Beast, who is always eloquent, so thoughtful, and everything, and he's able to still say that to her. Obviously, he has feelings for her too. Man, they need Xavier, or this X-Men is going to turn into it's going to be a problem.
They're all gonna be like Magneto Juniors, walking around, and that the whole. I'm like, but you did it with Beast, and I thought that was super interesting. That the guy who's quote unquote like one of the smartest guys on the team, who's always level headed and thinks logically, he's getting caught up in his feelings with all of this, and it's all done on purpose, which is even crazier, where how Bastion is like able to make the mutants get ready for like this attack from the humans, and the humans, getting ready for this attack from like making everybody just going easy. But yeah,
and then say that
in the comic books,
we're at war.
Yeah. It's like who's gonna attack first, kind of thing. But yeah, but in the comic books, they wind up having a relationship. They have the reporter has a mutant fetish. It gets even worse in the comic books. So in the comic books, they have a relationship, right? It winds up being like people start going after him because they're saying she's like bestiality. So that it's illegal because he's a beast. He's an animal.
He's not a man. He's an animal.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He's an animal, and then it kind of becomes a little too much. I forgot. I think he breaks it off because he doesn't want her to deal with it. But yeah, it gets really messed up, really fucked up. Yeah, with it all. But yeah. And then he goes, best thing Marvel has done. Have you seen Infinity War?
Yeah, I said that. I said, Infinity. I actually said that. But I think it's almost unfair because you're taking a culmination of 20 years of 12, well, say 20 years, like of 14 years of doing things, a culmination, and this is just one entity in itself. And even with that being said, it's still that good. Like it's that nostalgic. It's getting those type of ratings.
Yeah. This might be some of the best stuff since Endgame
and yeah, that's what Brian was getting at.
If I was ranking the greatest like things that Marvel has ever done, it'll probably be Infinity War, Endgame, and before I get to another movie, this might be there. Like, better than Iron Man. I probably said put this in front of Iron Man. Better than Guardians. I probably put this in front of Guardians.
I could put this in front of those. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I agree.
that's
Yeah.
But those are epic endings of a huge run, 32 movie run that we went on. Right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
This is just the beginning of a show.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, a show that never got finished in the 90s, that really only had 3 solid seasons before the network started messing around with money and this and that, and they started going a little crazy until the final season. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if the movies would be as popular as they are if it wasn't for the show in the 90s getting us adults as kids addicted to this kind of storytelling.
Mhm.
So I mean that's a good argument, if you want to talk about comic book readers and comic book cartoon readers for that were kids in the 90s. So
Mhm.
yeah, so I don't know, but cool. Yeah, I haven't watched Infinity Wars. Just watch YouTubers react to it for the first time. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Yeah. I do watch.
Actually,
Like
we
watching
watched it a couple of days ago.
Yeah, I don't think I've gone in the last whatever years it's been. I don't think I've gone more than 3 weeks without seeing Infinity War or Endgame.
Mhm.
There has to
Yeah.
be like at least one of them I've seen in the last 3 weeks. Always. Like,
Mhm.
Yeah. And then Jason brought up we need a Spider-Man 90s continuation. That
I'd
a
be
lot
good
of
with
people are
that.
saying that.
he's been talking about that. Yeah.
A lot of people are
I'd
talking
be
about
all I'd be all about it.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
The kids of 2010s had EMH to groom them. Hey, what's EMH? Why am I drawing a blank on that?
Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Actually,
Yeah,
like that one.
too.
Well, it's funny
that was
because
good. The Disney XD had a lot of those good stuff.
How old were we in 2010?
Oh, dude,
Early mid-20s. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I really like whoever voiced Robert Downey or whoever voiced Iron Man like did a spot on impression of Robert Downey Jr.
It's you remember he was the dude from Heroes. The politician brother.
That was Avengers Assemble that Adrian was it Pastar voiced Iron Man. That was the follow-up series. That was Avengers Assemble that he voiced Tony Stark on.
Okay, I'm getting those confused because I know they were changing, Earth Mightiest Heroes and Avengers Assembled, and then something else came out, and they were Spider-Man went through like at least 3 or 4 different iterations
So many.
of like Spider-Man. But they do that. Disney. You find out Disney does that because every 3 years, in order not to pay people, like new name, So yeah. But also in 2010, we already had an MCU movie out. So
2010.
What's up? Yeah, Anish Dev. You guys, I have a weird question to ask y'all. I know what y'all think. It's nothing related to X-Men. Can I still ask though?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm a little scared.
I know. That's why I ask it first, and then we'll see. But we'll finish this real quick, and then we're gonna move on. But leave a comment down below. Let us know what you guys think about X-Men '97, the last episode, or you think about the trailer that we just watched. How you like the show so far? What predictions you might have of the last 3 episodes? But leave a comment. Let us know. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We super appreciate all you guys coming in, checking us out. And if you're watching live, stick around because we're going to move on to our next topic. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Did you guys want to answer that?
Why do I feel like I'm about to ask if I want to be an organ donor or if someone needs a kidney?
No, bro, I know you probably.
If that's if the answer is no, I like my kidneys.
No.
What?
Real easy. The answer is no.
Yeah.
What's the question?
I could bring it up. I think it's okay to bring it up. It's a moral question. Do you think Indians can say the N-word? I mean, light skins can say it, so why not Indians? Indians were
It's
also
a totally
enslaved by
different
British
thing.
and were sold as slaves. Yeah.
Where is this coming from?
Well, I would say,
It could be here.
but light skin, someone being light skinned means nothing, because being black is still being black because you're still dealt with it. You're still dealing with the social ramifications. Even the idea, no matter what part of the world, being darker is still thought of as negative. And the type of slavery that you had here, the chattel slavery, even what it is, dehumanizes. So yes, but lots of groups have been enslaved, from Hebrews and Jewish and Indian, especially with the oh man, it's apartheid in South Africa, and I mean you can go on and on and on and on, but the chattel slavery, to dehumanize a person, is different, and the way that this country was built on that. No, there's no one. I don't think the word should be used really pretty much ever. But I can understand when someone tries to take put the power back in it. But no, culturally, you're not allowed to say that. That's just not ever going to be.
I agree.
Okay. No matter. So the answer is
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, the answer is no. Yeah.
And I never associate it specifically because black people were slaves. It was
Dehumanization
said
of
more
a
as
person.
dehumanization, and it just also they were slaves, but but I mean also like what show was that? Was it Blackish? I think had like a little thing like a joke they're talking about it with Hispanics, like they're like, oh, which Puerto Ricans can say it? Like, oh, this Puerto Rican can say it because he's darker, but J-Lo can't say it because she's not dark enough. And it's like a joke and stuff like that, but it's like a thing, they're
But
a lot
light
of people
skin,
like to
I always feel like
discuss.
Like someone could be light skinned, but being black is being black, and then being Puerto Rican, which is a very African, along with you're basically a mix of everybody. Yeah, African, Indian, Hispanic. You have it all. But I think when you're black. I think that the world knows because it's just what it is. Like I dated a girl is Cuban. Her father was Cuban from Cuba, like escaped Cuba. He's black. He's superly black, and there's no doubt about that. So his lineage is that in itself. So I don't think. I think it's usually pretty obvious, and it's just something that it's not something that should be said. Yeah.
Yeah. I said
I think it's a fair question.
No, they can say it. No, they can say it in public, or apparently they can't say it in public.
Can't say it in public.
Yeah. Not because a lot of Indians use the word on a daily basis. That's why I don't know if it's correct for me to say it or not. And I know which one you're saying too, because there's the whole difference between the hard R and the A and stuff like that. So I'm assuming it's like, the one that ends with the A and which I mean,
my rule of thumb is if you think someone else is going to be triggered by something you're going to say or some type of name you're going to call someone, then don't say it. That's just my rule of thumb. If you feel like it might trigger someone else, or if you're in a room full of people that might be taking offensive and you will be a fear of your life, if you said it, then you probably shouldn't say it. That's just my rule of thumb for most things. If I'm in a room full of people, women, there's things I'm just not going to say. You shouldn't say it because it'll make them feel uncomfortable. And if they reacted that way, you probably shouldn't have said it in the first place. It doesn't matter what what group you're talking about. I think there's just a level you should know. This is where I should not go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. I don't really like using.
I mean, there's that.
Exactly.
Yeah. The clip that's been going around, I think over this weekend was a teacher and a student. They were fighting because it's supposed. I think from what I understand is the student, which is was a white kid, called the teacher the N-word, and then all the video only shows like the teacher and the student like fighting. Yeah, like fighting in the halls, like fist fighting. But one is it's a grown man versus like I think a teenager. Somewhere in high school. I don't know where, but the high school age. So a lot of that sparks a lot of should a teacher do that? But also it's like.
No, a teacher shouldn't do it. He should have said,
"No, it's
3:00. I see you outside." Plain and simple. 3:00 outside. That's when you were just a regular person, not when you're a student.
Yeah, but that was a video I've been seeing going around the internet this past week. And we got Cold Lord. What's up? We talking movies. we were asked like a more of a serious question. So and it sucks because the past couple of years we Cold Lords, they're also from Chicago, so they've been going to C2E2, but they didn't go this year because I had messaged them. I'm like,
so
the 1 year all three of us go.
Okay.
Yeah, and they said they didn't go this year. Next year for sure, man. Next year for sure.
Yeah.
Was it April?
Yeah, I was wondering where they were.
13th through 15th? Next year, April 13th through 15th?
Yeah. Or no, 11, 12, 13. I think it is.
11, 12, 13. Okay.
Yeah.
Hopefully they actually have someone and they don't get outdone by Indianapolis.
Yeah. It wasn't even Indianapolis Comic-Con. It was PopCon. Like, what the hell is PopCon? I don't even know what that is.
Right?
Is it like Soda Pop or is it Funko Pop? Like what? I don't know what it is.
I mean, didn't matter which one it was. You'd be mad at either way.
Either way. Also, I'm kind of mad at Erica today because she said she follows Loungefly, which is also I believe that's all owned by Funko, on Instagram. At the booth at Funko, there was a lady giving away like tickets, that look like boarding passes, right? Because the whole theme was like airport, and she would just go up to people and like had like 5 tickets, and people just like kind of walk by. They were to give away like Loungeflies and Funkos, and Erica's like, "Oh yeah, I saw that." I'm like, "Why didn't you text me?" I'm like, because we all three of us sort of ran over there. It was like,
Erica,
please.
Oh, I'm also mad at you.
She's like, I didn't know. I was like, I don't even care. Funko, Loungefly, I'll take either one. Yeah. So yeah.
You had one job.
She's like, oh yeah, I saw that. I was like, I'm like, you should have texted me. Like right away, like run over there right now. They're giving away free shit. Run over there. Because I guess Sunday it wasn't as busy. Even though every time I walked by, they were not as busy as Saturday, but they're still pretty busy.
I was trying to take some of those things they're throwing away.
CJ said it's weird because the teacher should be neutral figure. It's really messed up to hear that from a teacher. Yeah, he knocked him out cold, man. Cold and then walked away. I was like,
you just don't. I feel like you don't do that, no matter what the kids say, because kids are kids, and you're product of the environment a lot of times, and you have your family saying things, and not everyone's raised the same way. But your job as a teacher is to still uphold this moral code, even if this kid, who could be a stupid kid, isn't. That's not their job, it's yours. So I understand why people will be, like up in arms, and I wouldn't agree with the parent. I just wouldn't. I mean, with the teacher, I just couldn't. No matter how it made me feel, no matter what, you can't do that. And
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's not a good job. It's not what you're supposed to be about. You have
Yeah.
a responsibility as an adult.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
How many powers do you say is Quentin Tarantino? I don't know. Who can say it? He shouldn't say it, but he says it a lot. Only pulls up and watches.
Tarantino likes that word a little too much for my comfort, much as I like his movies.
Way too much for me. I'm like, I promise you, Quentin Tarantino, you get punched in the face, bro, too. You will get punched up. You'll get knocked out too.
So Anish Dev said, yeah, we Indians are introduced to the word by Western rap music, which is kind of funny because we were talking about that in that book.
Yep.
With the whole grape horchata thing, that it made it the only cool black rappers can say the word, so Indians started using it. I hope you get it. Great discussion.
No, I totally understand. I know exactly where it comes from, and that's the argument why they tell other rappers why you shouldn't be saying it. Oh, it's me. I'm trying to take ownership of the word, but what you're doing is you're saying it so much that you're allowing other people to feel like they can say it because it's just what it is. It's no longer the oppression and the 400 years of slavery. It's now a word that you have made, popularized. You allowed it to be that because of your popularity. And I understand why you want to do it, but it's a double-edged sword. It really is.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a very thin line to walk because it can easily be turned back into its original meaning. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So, but yeah. I mean, I don't know how old you are from the picture. You look fairly young, so I'm assuming like you're kind of like, figuring things out.
I just think that's one of those things you find out as you get older. You just realize, like, there's some things you just don't say now, and it's just better if it can make anyone feel comfortable. Just don't say it.
21.
Good rule.
21 for us is pretty young. I
remember when I was 21.
You're not a kid, but you're still pretty young.
Oh man, how long ago was I 21? Oh my god, I turned 21 2004, 5,
2006, I think. 2007. I'm sorry, 2007. I turned 21.
2007. All right. Man, long time ago.
Almost 20 years ago. Almost 20 years ago. Yeah, but I mean,
I'm the youngest out of us three. I'm the youngest.
Yeah, you are. But I mean, it's something you need to figure out not really on your own, but it's something that, like, you need to like come to, because like for me, like I'm like the only like white guy around predominantly like Hispanic kids, so there's a lot of things like like they would say, and even like some of my friends who were like Dominican or stuff, and they would say the N-word, but they were like black, you know what I mean? So like, but yeah, it's a weird thing. Like, you just need to know how, like, I think more like respect, just being respectful, and like, oh, what if they say something like to me, about it, so yeah.
And this is kind of one of the things I say why you have to be willing to talk about these things, because if no one ever says anything, then you always have that saying, I don't know how far I could go, what I should be able to do. You should be able to ask the question and get a good answer regardless. But if you're too afraid to talk about race or anything like that, it never gets resolved. It's never answered. You should be okay with talking about it and giving it an actual answer.
Yeah. Especially like I don't know, just saying, like, if you're from like a white suburban kind of neighborhood, and you don't fully know, I think as long as if you come in being respectful and actually curious, and not being like
asshole.
like I would say
Don't come in.
clickbaity. But now it's like you're like an agitator, like you're trying to bring out something to get you mad and be like, oh, see, you know, blah blah, and being stupid like that. But if you like a good conversation is a good conversation, and a lot of times you need to figure like things out like that. You know what I mean? So yeah, I had like great conversations with you know, it was like, man, there was like 4 of us. Like, you know, here's a Mexican woman, a black woman, a Puerto Rican man, and me. You know, so it's like everyone had different like, you know, like ideas and thoughts of like, you know, different things. So yeah, yeah. But it is interesting, you know. So, but I saw this from Zach interviewed someone tonight, and the stream was so infuriating because the guy was so young. He said his favorite childhood movie was Dark Knight. And it was Luke. Luke is great.
Ponto.
I know he's talking about Luke
Ponto.
Ponto
Yeah.
is he's pretty young. But yeah.
Oh man.
And I'm sure Brandon's like, childhood.
It's like I was paying the mortgage at the
Like-
time. What you talking about?
Like I was what's the quote from it? It's like Batman. Yeah, I was molded by it. You merely adopted Batman. I grew up watching the.
I was born into
it. Yeah, that's Brandon watching that.
Tell Blue, you either die.
Yeah, I was watching some of it.
Become the villain.
Yeah, yeah. Luke is cool, but yeah, like Luke is he's I don't know how young he is, but I know he's like probably early 20s, I think. So yeah, he's pretty young too. Yeah, but it's curious to see like how some of the younger people watch things like Exorcist, for example. You know, like people are going back and watching the original Exorcist because of the last one that came out, and they have different feelings than what somebody like our age, you know, watching it when we were kids. You know, that might be like the scariest shit we ever seen. You know, to them, they're just like, oh, that was kind of cringy. That was funny. I was like,
dude, people really died in real life. It's like,
yeah.
Or understand like you understand IRL.
See what the kids say.
All
right. Damn, it is already midnight. What the shit?
Yeah.
I feel like I didn't get to anything else we want to talk to.
Or watch this Lion King trailer, huh?
Yeah, let's watch the Lion King real quick, and then we'll call it a night. Bring that up. Have it ready. All right, let's watch this. And we'll keep this. Let's keep it like pretty short. Let's keep it like 10 minutes.
I'm not promising it, because if it's disrespecting Lion King, I'm going off. You're gonna see me go turn. You're gonna see me just morph into Kitty. Kitty like you. Kenny Sparks.
go on a giant rant. Mama Bear, I'm sorry. I know I missed your I know she said something. I thought that was kind of funny. There you go. Nice to see that buff Spidey made it. Spider Brandon. We're gonna call him. Yeah, Brian ready to hate. Oh yeah, he's ready.
I'm 100% ready, man. Like you should like there should be like a committee of people that tell you the movies you shouldn't be able to remake. There's like movies, there's music that shouldn't be able to remake. Like it'd be like, you know, someone trying to go do a Michael Jackson or a Stevie Wonder or a Al Green, you know, and they can't sing. You shouldn't be allowed to do that. If you can't make movies, you don't be making movies about Lion King because you're going to get the hate. You're going to get it, and I'm gonna come after you. I'm gonna like at you.
Yeah, it's a prequel, it's prequel, technically not a remake. So, but I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. I heard good things at it from CinemaCon. I know people got to see clips at CinemaCon. So I don't know. I mean, I'm always willing to give it a chance, but also if it sucks, I'm not gonna sit here and defend it. All right, I got my mini line right here. He's ready to watch it too.
He's like,
he never jumps on my shoulder.
So I've been waiting for this all day.
Yeah, I figured that was like that's like the first time I've seen that.
Yeah, I know he doesn't do it often. He does it a few times, but all right, let's watch this trailer and then
All right.
we'll call it a night. All right, welcome to the Spoiler Kings. My name is Tank Kramer. I am with Brandman Brandon, Brian the Grizzly, and we're gonna check out the brand new trailer we got earlier today. The Mufasa prequel, Mufasa the Lion King. Yeah, I don't think I haven't seen it. Did you guys say you saw it? I know you just.
Yeah, I saw it on Good Morning America this morning.
You
while I
did.
was eating breakfast. Yeah,
That's right. That's
Everybody
right.
Look
So,
look right.
yeah, right. Wrong one.
Wrong one. All right.
Before that.
Okay.
I don't know. But yeah, let's check it out, man. I'm kind of curious to see what this one's about.
All right, here we go. Let's see.
Man, I don't think I hear it. I don't hear. Oh, Kenny.
I can hear it kind of going in and out.
Yeah, I can't hear. I can hear it like a little bit, but not much.
Yeah, that's how I thought it was for me before. Hold on, let's restart it then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, sir. You could hear it last time. I was like, I can't hear it at all. Okay.
Brandon said Brandon never waits for you guys to watch a trailer.
He's the worst.
I mean,
I be mad at him all the time. I'm like, man. And as much as I want to talk about Brandon, so does Tank. Tank does the same thing.
I do something. And when it's a movie I'm really hyped about, I can't wait. You know,
I couldn't help it this time. I couldn't help it this time. I watched Good Morning America before I'm out the door every morning. It was on Good Morning America.
Nice. Brand's a bad boy.
Bad boy. Take that.
Yeah.
All right.
Test it out. See.
Yeah.
Cool.
Let's do it.
No, go ahead. I'll just play it. I'll just cut it. The trailer right when we start from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So I have to do the intro all over.
Here we go.
This story begins far beyond the mountains and the shadows. On the other side of the light. A lion was born without a drop of nobility in his blood. A lion who would change our lives forever. Mufasa. The earth will shake. Destiny awaits you.
Well, Seth Rogen? It said Donald Glover?
Wait.
Lin-Manuel Miranda, though.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Brian. We are getting twice the Beyonce this time.
Oh, you getting Beyonce and mini Beyonce. Oh, wow. That's interesting.
You know, I was about to say some positive stuff right now, and now I'm not going to say nothing. Oh,
yeah.
I'm going to sit here.
Well, it was already a big wad of nope for me anyway. And then when I saw that made me nope even harder. Yeah, I'm good.
This one, I mean, it's a direct prequel to the live action Lion King, not, I mean, even though that one is, an adaptation of the cartoon,
Mhm.
but seeing I mean, I don't know. I saw Donald Glover. I saw Seth Rogen.
Mhm.
I saw people that voice characters from the first live action. Well, I was
Yeah,
quote unquote live
'cause
action. It was all CGI too, but yeah.
yeah, it was just photoreal CG. No, I was reading something earlier that said this is actually going to be told. It's going to like some of it's going to take place after the 2019 movie, and this is going to be Rafiki like telling the story of Mufasa to Simba and Nala's to Kiara, Simba and Nala's daughter, who
Mm.
presumably Beyonce Jr. is gonna voice. Um, So
Okay.
and then
I
it's
can see
gonna
that.
have like Timon and Pumbaa kind of like chiming in from time to time based on the footage that was shown at CinemaCon.
Mm.
But
Okay.
I didn't like the 2019 movie. It just didn't do anything for me. Um, I'm not enthused about this. I'm sorry, I'm not. Uh, no amount of money shots in the trailer is gonna sway me. Plus, it comes out the same day as Sonic 3. I'll just see that twice.
I I'll go before Brian because I'll let Brian go on his rant. Um, I'm a little bit more excited. The voices kind of put me off because I didn't like it, but also it's a sequel to that, so I'm not
Mhm.
too shocked. Like, oh my, seeing Beyonce's daughter, with Blue Ivy coming in and doing it, and I was like, okay,
Yeah,
I
that
guess nipple
yeah,
babies,
and she kind of Beyonce's voice acting even was enough in the last one. It just
mhm,
made the movie a movie that I didn't even like, more or less insufferable.
yeah,
So I can only imagine what now we have Beyonce Jr. Coming
yeah,
coming in, so I can only imagine how insufferable that's gonna be.
yeah. I would say the director. I really like the director.
Mhm.
And at the end, I saw music by Lin-Manuel Miranda, which I
Mhm.
mean, that dude writes the best Disney music. I mean, there's
Mhm.
no arguing that. I mean, the only other person to write better Disney music was probably the guy who wrote the original soundtrack for The Lion King. You know what I mean? So you're gonna have that mixed in with Lin-Manuel Miranda. At least I think the music is gonna be good. So
Mhm.
I feel the same. Like, I'm not more hyped, but I'm not less, like, I'm not put off completely by it. I'm still kind of like, okay, whatever, like, I still feel the same, but it's also a teaser, so we really didn't get too much, but you know, visually I thought it looks the same as the 2019 one.
Mhm.
I didn't see anything there. I'm like, oh, they did this so much better this time. It looked exactly the same visually. So
Yeah, we're still getting photorealistic animals who can't emote.
yeah, yeah, exactly. So
Mhm.
yeah, but you
Yeah,
know,
I'm good. Pass.
yeah,
No, thank you.
yeah. I'm not a full pass yet, but I'm not
Mhm.
hyped at either. I'm just like, okay,
Yeah,
we'll see.
the last one was enough for me to be like, no, I'm okay.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
have, I have an, I have enough to go on just from the last one. So I
yeah.
don't know who they think they're
But the
fooling in this
director, man,
trailer.
what's it, Barry? What was his name? Barry something.
Barry Jenkins.
Barry Jenkins. Like,
Mhm.
he's a good director.
So is John Favreau. You know.
You know, like,
Mhm.
he does cool shit, but he's not like, I don't know if he's like a great director.
Mhm.
Like, he's not. Is he? He's
You
not an
know.
Academy Award winning director, is he? I don't think he is.
No, he's not an Academy
I
Award
don't think
winning
so.
Yeah,
director.
I don't think he won any
No.
Academy Award. Like Barry Jenkins is Academy Award winning. So
Mhm.
yeah, so
No, they
go ahead,
managed
Brian.
to get they manage to get good directors for these Disney remakes all the time.
Yeah.
No, they're not going to fool me. They're not going to get me.
All right, Brian.
All right. Okay.
Let you hear it.
First, I will say the first time I see Mufasa and the idea of Mufasa movie, I did feel chills because Mufasa just carries a very strong, just the name, the idea of who he is and what he is huge to me. Huge. Like I love the idea of Mufasa and seeing how close he is to how Simba was and understanding why Simba was who he was, because usually the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree, and seeing what that tree is and how he became this king from there. I love the idea of it. I have to say, Beyonce, I'm not even mad at Beyonce's acting or any of that stuff, because I don't think she's a great actor. I'm not mad at any of that. I don't think
She's so bad.
Yeah, but I don't think that was the problem. I had the problem with them changing the story to fit her. That's what made me angry. Why would you do that to a classic? Once again, change the story because of what happened. But if they don't do that, this is a prequel, so you're really not changing the story, and you don't try to point like a neon signs like look at me, look at me, look at me. The movie says Mufasa, but look at me, then I won't be mad. Like that wouldn't bother me so much. Am I shocked by it? Yeah, I'm shocked Blue Ivy is getting a feature in the movie before you learn how to do any of this stuff. Voiceover work. That did shock me, but when your mama makes $600 million and your daddy's a billionaire, I guess so. So I mean that's just how things work. This trailer overall, I don't know nothing. I feel like I don't know anything, but I know that Mufasa is the strongest name you could ever say. Like it's like what the hyena said. Mufasa, ooh, do it again. Mufasa, ooh. Like that's what it is. So until I see a real trailer, I'm not going to be negative or positive, but I am worrisome.
Yeah,
if that makes
but
sense.
we were all like that as soon as we heard about this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. One thing I thought I heard was I think it was Rafiki was talking where he's like, "Oh, who didn't have an ounce of nobility?" So I was like,
noble blood in him. Yeah.
So he
didn't they always
from a family line?
Yeah, didn't they always hint at the royal lineage or mention the royal lineage in other iterations? So why are they doing this generic bullshit? He came from nothing. And Rosa, what do you do with?
Now he's here, but even though he says my father and your father before him, we've all look at this, the great kings in the sky, and it's like, okay.
Well, because isn't that why Scar was upset? Was because he was never going to be king.
Yep.
Because he's the younger brother, or something like that. So yeah. I thought that was kind of weird. So, unless he just means like he wasn't noble, as in like he was being a snot nosed kid rather than being a noble like prince. I don't know. Maybe that's what they might be like talking about mentioning, but it doesn't seem like it. It seems like they're going to go the route of he was a nobody and then he became the greatest of all of us, kind of thing.
That's what it seems like.
It could be something as simple as saying that he ran away from home, didn't know that he was actually from this pride, and then they find out that you were always meant to be king because he did something heroic, and then they kind of figure it out, and he was always supposed to be that. If you go that route, I won't be as angry. But
isn't that the Lion King? Isn't that what happened with Simba? I mean,
exactly. But they knew Simba was the king. But if he was taken away, let's say we could do like Madagascar. He left way before they even knew what was going on, and he didn't even know. And he returned this unheroic and then found out from there. And he just continued to be a hero, and they couldn't doubt it because of what it is. Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, and Mama Bear, like I know, like, a little funny, but I mean, kind of true. Is like, are they making Mufasa from the hood? Like he's just like a no one, straight from the streets.
Yeah, like a no one from the wrong side of the tracks. It looks like. Yeah, yeah.
I'm sure the real trailer is going to make me be very upset. But as of right now, I'm not. I'm just gonna wait.
It's a teaser, you know. I
Mhm,
that's my only concern is the whole where is he from kind of aspect of it all.
mhm. Yeah,
I don't know.
I learned my lesson with the last one because the last one was trash. I'm like,
Fool
why
me
would I
once,
waste my time?
shame
And
on you.
yeah,
Fool me twice, shame
I'm
on me. I got
like
you.
I'm gonna go and just be a glutton for punishment willfully and pay more
I
money for this crap.
blame
And
Halo
why do we even?
because
Yeah, yeah.
like
And why do we even need a
now,
prequel? Mm,
yeah, I agree with that.
Why do we even need a prequel? Spoiler alert: Mufasa freaking dies.
Oh,
Yeah.
don't say that. That's like the saddest thing. To this day, even if I'm watching with my kids, I fast forward
Like,
part
don't look at
past
me.
that part.
Oh yeah, same.
Right.
It's the first time well, probably the second time I got traumatized watching a movie. I think the first time was Cliffhanger, the first 10 minutes of that. But,
No, it's etched into my brain. And then when
mhm,
Simba's like on his hand, he's like trying to wake up and he's blaming himself. It breaks my heart. Even talking
mhm.
about it breaks my heart right now. Oh, we gotta stop
That's
talking
a that's another thing. That's another thing. The remake actually made Mufasa's death hilarious to me. It
Yeah.
was so unintentionally funny. Just Scar bitch slapping Mufasa off the cliff, and then emotionless Simba going no. I'm like, yeah,
It was missing the emotion on the faces. So, you know,
yeah.
maybe they do it a little bit. I mean, here I really didn't see it in the teaser, but maybe they add more, you know, to their
But
eyes and or
but
I don't
would
know.
they? But would they?
So, like, I know you said like the first one. I blame Halo because Halo. I hated the first season of Halo, but season 2 came
Mhm.
out, and I was
So
like,
now you have to just
okay.
wait.
So now I was like, shit. Do I just give everything a second chance? You know. So, oh man, but
No, I'm not.
no. I mean, also Velma. Like I hated season 1,
Yeah,
Mhm.
and season
I'm
2
not.
I haven't heard anything good. So I don't know. Are you? I don't know if I would. If this is all I got, this is the only trailer we got. I don't know if I would see. I think I would see this in theaters. I don't know if I would
Yeah.
go to opening weekend.
I
Yeah.
will see after someone I knew that I've known
Said it.
for long enough, like a 5-year period. I've known for 5 years. Said this is really good, and
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, then tell me what you think about the last 3 movies. And I take a little pencil. We do an interview back and forth, so I know what type of taste they actually have, and then I'll go ahead and say, okay, well, you've passed all these checklists, and now I can take what you're saying seriously, and maybe I'll go see it. But until then, I need to know. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Let you
like
guys
Brandon
handle the
said, like
review.
this is coming out with Sonic. Yeah. Yeah. This
Yeah,
is coming out with Sonic. Sonic is at this point they gets priority. 100% gets
yeah.
priority. You know.
I actually like the
Yeah.
Sonic movies.
Yeah. Yeah. Disney, I believe Disney might change. They got to change the release date. Push it back or ahead of a week. Like, don't go against.
Mhm,
Don't think you're gonna beat Sonic. Nah.
mhm.
I mean,
Now that I might not believe, I actually believe that it could be Sonic because it's still in the title. The bottom says The Lion King,
Lion King.
and more
I
people
mean,
seen The Lion King than any other movie that's animated ever.
yeah.
So people like we're nerds. We're in the movies. We love these things. Normies just see The Lion King and say, "I want little Johnny to watch it like I watched it." So the following that could
Yeah.
be epic,
Mhm.
and it
No,
could
it probably will be.
dwarf. It
You
could
know,
dwarf Sonic.
that's true.
Now, quality movie. Yeah, I agree. I 100% agree with you. but just the movie for what it is, it could kill it.
Yeah, because like the original Lion King masterpiece that it's on everyone's like top 100 film, the original,
Mhm.
Top
the one
100,
that came out in
top
20
10.
somewhere, yeah,
Mhm.
Brian's list. But the last one is like, I believe it's like one of Disney's most
Hated.
profitable.
Oh, yeah,
Nope, profitable.
Well, it is
Like
the
it made
number
over $1 billion.
one. The number one live action movie is The Last Lion King.
Yeah, like the last Lion King brought them a butt ton of money, a butt ton of money. Like, yeah. So,
Mhm.
yeah. So I understand why they're gonna do something like this. Like, just money wise, it makes sense. But yeah. I mean, it could give them a lot of money. I don't know. We'll see. But the first one, I don't know if it got a lot. I don't think it got a lot of love.
No,
I
it
think
got a lot
people
of
like
hate,
it.
but people went and saw it because the title is The Lion King. It's Disney, The Lion King, and it
Mhm.
is one of the greatest movies, probably the greatest animated movie that's ever come out, and that's is going to follow you, and then the play and all that stuff. It's going to follow. People are going to go see it in droves. Now, if it's a bad movie, it only makes $1 billion. But it's possible that this movie is the biggest movie of the damn year without being good.
Yeah. Yeah. The first one on Rotten Tomatoes, the original, the one from 2019, not the original, the first live action, 52% on Rotten Tomatoes, 88 with audience though. So, but yeah, so did good. Did good with audience and enough to bring in $1 billion, over $1 billion. So,
Mhm.
wow.
And then again with Beyonce being in it, the Beehive. There's things that are going to follow this movie. This movie could make big money. I wish I had Kevin in here he'll tell us, hey, this movie's probably going to be around
All the
1.2,
stats.
$1.4 billion. He wasn't
And
here too.
the original animated one from 92 or from 94 was
94, yeah.
92% on Rotten Tomatoes, 93% with audience. Yeah.
And those 8% and 7% are wrong.
Mhm.
The rest of the people that don't give it 100%, you're wrong.
Mhm.
You just are haters, and you should be taken off the list. Like, what did you give it? A 90? You didn't like it? Then you no longer can do any other movies. That's it. We're done.
Give me back that review card.
Exactly.
Real quick. Get some of the comments, and we'll call it. Scar smoking a Mufasa pack. Then he'll drop a missing you song.
Missing you song.
Yeah. Let me start from the top. I'm starting from the bottom. We got
Mama
Cleves in the
Bear
house. What's
said
up,
is
Cleves?
hilarious. Cleves,
What's up,
man,
Cleves?
what's up, bro? So you just got off work
Yeah,
too.
Blue Ivy. Give me a Mufasa and Scar team up might be fire. So I think that's what this is. This is from what I understand, it's going to be Mufasa, but also Scar is going to be a lot in the movie. Like it's going to be them together.
You think that's what it
supposedly?
Yeah, and I think like in this version, Scar goes by a different name.
Yeah,
I think it's Prince of Egypt.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I can see that. No, because if it's Prince of Egypt, then wouldn't that make Mufasa?
Yes, that he wasn't
the bad guy?
originally. No. So Mufasa would be, coming back. Let my people go. Mufasa is not the real son. He's the adopted son of these kings. And then Scar is the younger one, but he's the actual real one. But they chose to use Mufasa,
like the actual royalty.
Older one, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So like it's the story of Moses. It's African. You take the story of Moses and include it with that.
Yeah.
I can see it definitely being trying to make it biblical. I can definitely see that.
Yeah. I can see that. That'd be interesting. That'd be interesting if they want to go that route. but I do know like Scar's in the movie. I don't know how much, but yeah, but Brandman's right. I heard like it started with like a T or something like
something like
his
that.
actual name. Yeah.
Yeah. You know,
Uh
people started calling me Scar.
You
I'd
start
be
getting mad
pretty
now.
pissed off too.
I'm getting mad
Yeah.
too. Right.
It's a birthmark.
That's funny. Clee said, "I'm not seeing this,
Thank
and it looks like they're trying to mix it with Simba's pride."
Thank you, Cleves. It's nice to see at least one person is on the same page as I am with this.
Yeah. Said I'm open to it. Last one was missing something. Yeah,
Yeah,
like emotion,
goodness,
Like emotion.
positivity,
being
like
good.
You really think this is going to be any different?
quality storytelling.
Said Mama Bear said I'd rather see a Scar movie. What led up to his portrayal? I think that might be in there. If they were smart, they would. It won't focus on it, but it'll at least explain why.
Now,
he's so angry.
If he was supposed to be in line, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Mufasa's done all these great things, and they put Mufasa. He's an adopted son, and he became king. Wouldn't Scar have all this resentment and hate because this is my friend? We did this together. You did this great thing. You were put in front of me, and now this is why I'm reacting the way I'm reacting. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying, the story of Moses makes a lot of sense here.
Yeah. When you put it like that way, I'm like, okay, I can see that. I can see that a lot. I mean, because the first one, the original one, is Macbeth. 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 Right? Yeah.
It's Macbeth. So, yeah. Story of Macbeth.
Yeah. So, now you just another, story that everyone kind of knows and twist it around a little bit and make it make sense. Yeah, I can see that. So I'm trying to scroll. Why would Timon and Pumbaa be in this? They shouldn't be alive. Yeah, kind of what Brandman's saying. Like, just they're telling a story.
They're saying it's being told in flashback.
No. Beyonce stand you up in junior high school or something. I think you being so angry with Beyonce being in the movie.
Hey,
no, she's polluting my fucking TV screen with her piss poor acting.
Hey, Beyonce is good at a lot of things. Looking good. She's pretty good at singing. She's good at entertaining. Acting is not one of them. She got so much talent, more talent in her feet, her little pinky than I got. No question about it. But guess what? We got the same level of acting talent. None.
Yeah, she's a talented entertainer. Like she's a talented, musician, stuff like that. But just don't fucking act.
Yeah. So Mama Bear said not Macbeth, Hamlet. Yeah. So I always get which one is Hamlet, because the Hamlet's like the uncle takes over for the son.
Yeah. I guess that was right.
I'm kind of skipping around because you guys are. It wasn't James Earl Jones Mufasa. Yep, he was the original.
Yes,
original voice. Yeah.
I mean, come on, James Earl Jones. I see him more as Mufasa than as Darth Vader, which is 100% wrong. But because Lion King is so much, that's how much I love Lion King. Like,
no, I get it.
I think, oh yeah, man, you Mufasa and Darth Vader, not you Darth Vader and Mufasa. No, it's Mufasa first. Say it again, Mufasa. Ooh.
Well, that Jason said they got to push it back. It would be dumb to go against Sonic, even if it beats Sonic or not. Both might just hurt each other in the end unless they become the Barbenheimer of the year.
Yeah.
The only difference, Barbenheimer worked so well because they were two completely opposite films.
Mm-hmm.
Sonic and Mufasa are kind of same audience and kind of same animated-ish. I don't know. What were you gonna say?
Yeah, either that or they'll move it up a couple weeks.
Yeah,
December's going to be an interesting month because we have this Sonic.
They're not moving Mufasa.
the Lord of the Rings animated movie, and then for whatever reason, Craven the Hunter got delayed to that month
Yeah.
now. So
Nice.
like if that wasn't already DOA, like the three other movies that I just mentioned are gonna are gonna make sure of that.
Put the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, finish the job.
They'll put the stake right through the heart.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about this. I don't know if you guys. So did you guys go see the play, The Lion King?
No, I never got to see it.
I saw it twice, and it was always you see it during Christmas time because it's just epic. It's what families get to go see it. This is time when you have this opportunity, and it's Christmas presents. They're not going to move this movie. 100%, they're not going to move this movie. This movie coming out during that time of the year, people getting out of school and all this stuff. I'm telling you, it's strategically in this time so that that you're getting the full money's worth for this movie. They're not going to move it at all. It is exactly where they want it to be.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it'll stay put.
And they're tell everybody, I dare you to go against us. Not because we're going to be a good movie, because it says The Lion King.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because it was December, right? It's like, hey, a Disney movie with from a franchise you know and love. You know, granted, you might not have liked the other one, but it's still, like you said, The Lion King on there. You know, right when kids are out of school. Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be the end of the year, man, is stacked. It's it's stacked. The Darth Vader is the original catfish. Yeah, how many people were upset? I think Karate Kid. Yeah, the Karate Kid moved out because got Karate Kid versus Mufasa versus Sonic and Lord of the Rings. Yeah, I think Karate Kid was the reason why they changed Craven too, I believe. So, yeah. In the same month, in space of 2 weeks, I think so. Yeah. What's it? I think the comment that broke Brian was my Black Panther one.
Yeah, that got me. That was
Which
funny. I was like,
might
what?
miss it. I was trying to because she goes, yeah, I saw you.
Oh, she's right though.
I see it. Yeah. Mufasa grew up around Black Panther.
Like, first off, Mufasa was a Black Panther. And that's what it is. You know, the gangster in him just took over and he got real. He saved the pride. He saved everybody because it's gangsterness.
That's funny. That's funny. Lord of the Rings, yeah.
Yeah, there's an animated Lord of the Rings movie coming out.
Yeah, which I'm kind of curious. I want to see some more stuff on it. So that's gonna be cool. Yeah, because I like the show, and I know I'm in the minority for it, but I enjoyed
Rings of Power.
Was it the greatest thing ever? No. Was it pretty good? It was good. Yeah, the Rings of Power.
Rings of Power was okay.
I was fine with it.
It was boring. That was the problem. There's too many times where it was not enough action, not enough going on, and it's very political.
I didn't think it was.
I thought it's almost like stuff going on. I don't know. It wasn't bad though. I did not like it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was fine with it,
but I enjoyed it. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I was more annoyed that we have to wait like 3 years before his season 2 because that's just stupid. You know, because now anybody who did kind of like it is just gonna forget about it. So, you know, but I liked it. It was pretty good. Me and Erica, every week it came out, we were like watched it right away. So I haven't seen Rings of Power. Like I said, it was okay. It was not like it's not gonna blow your mind, like oh my god, but it was cool. I liked it. But
it was beautiful.
I knew Fox was coming out in December. Yeah, look.
Yeah,
It's
Nosferatu
actually
is
coming out on Christmas Day.
Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Is it? That's awesome.
Yeah. But once again,
Another-
everyone's out of school, everyone's off of work. That's going to make a buttload of money. That's going to make money just hand over fist because that's the new release on Christmas.
Yeah.
I think I mean, we're talking about, I think it makes $170 million, you know, $180 million, which is a lot for a horror movie. That's, you know.
Mhm.
It's a
That
what's
one,
his name? Eggers. Was it
Robert Eggers. Yeah, that's right up his alley. That's right up his
Yeah.
alley. I think that's going to be awesome, and plus I really like the cast.
Yeah.
Yeah, might even see that on Christmas Day.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah, there is the Joaquin Torres as Falcon. We'll probably talk about that on Tuesday. On Thursday. Sorry.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
you're telling me that
we
wasn't
didn't even do
Vulture from Spider-Man: Homecoming?
That's funny. That's funny.
But yeah, we'll talk about that Thursday.
So many flying bird robots. Yeah. But cool. I have my reasons why you haven't watched Rings of Power. Oh man.
I don't hate, but I got you.
Cool. Yeah, let's get out of here. It is 12:30, man. It is late. It is late.
Yeah.
But all right. We are out. Appreciate all you guys. Mama Bear, Jason, Kyle was in here a lot. Brand Davis, of course, Brand Davis. So thank all you guys so much for coming in, checking us out. Bring this up real quick if I can find it. There it is. And then all our spoiler crew members, thank you guys so much. Mama Bear, Art Now, Bigger for Entertainment, Omar Racino, Stuff Dre, Max Show, Zach Tech Reviews, Brandon Davis, The Road to Wisdom, and Cleves. Thank you guys so much for being spoiler crew members. Appreciate
Thanks,
you guys so
everyone.
much. But yeah. Hopefully we do some stuff off stream. There's a bunch of movies we got to review. So I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe that's something we should do whenever we want to review a movie. We do our review off stream, and then we can still talk about it on stream, but we don't have to worry about doing a full review. You know, we could just do a discussion. So, I don't know.
I'm with it.
I don't know. We'll see.
I'm already on here every night, so
I'm good. Yeah,
I know.
I'm in.
Yeah, I'm on my computer like every single night. So,
Mhm.
but cool. Yeah, we'll figure something out. You know, just so it's something we can maybe give to the members. You know, a little bit early before we release it to the public. So, all right. But appreciate everybody. We'll see you guys on Thursday, hanging out, talking about more movie stuff. But appreciate all you guys. Thank you guys. We will see you guys later.
See you Thursday.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. We're out here.